And we are live. Good evening, everyone. This is Leah Ryan and Loft Manager Richard from the Pioneer Racing Pigeon Club of Ontario. A little late this evening. Here with your Pioneer Family Show. Post your pigeon questions and Loft Manager Richard or Ryan will be happy to help you. Questions, comments, complaints, whatever you want to talk about pigeon related. Now is the time. Let's send it over to you, Ryan, while I check to make sure we are on Facebook and YouTube. Take it away, Ryan.
Hi. Thanks for tuning in with us this evening. Ricky, thanks for being with us this evening.
Thank you.
You having fun tonight?
Starting to.
You're starting to? Well, that's good. And hopefully the audience is as well. This is going to be a fun-filled, packed show. And again, today we're doing it from the lovely kitchen. Anyone who's interested, we've got a lovely assortment of oven mitts. If you're interested, Let us know.
Plus, you have your jacket.
I have my jacket on. You have your
have
Pioneer tank top on,
right,
which you've been wearing almost all season, every day.
Even last year.
And it looks fantastic.
A lot of people think this is the only one I have.
You have two.
No, I have 8 actually.
You have 8? I thought you only had 2.
And I have 8 pair of red shorts.
Okay.
And 8 pair of green shorts.
Wow. Why do you have 8, not 7?
I haven't had socks on for months.
I can tell by your tan lines.
Perfect. Now that we've established what everybody's wearing, you guys know what to do. Put your pigeon-related questions in the comments section below. If you want to talk about the upcoming racing season that's starting on Saturday, we can talk about that. Race releases, how that's going to work, we can talk about that. Pickbird series, we can talk about that. Today's, I got feedback here, Ryan. I'm not sure why. Can you hear, Ryan, can you speak so I can hear you?
We can hear you perfectly.
Okay, I got a bit of feedback.
Uh-oh.
So you guys know what to do. It's fine. I fixed it, I think.
Okay, you fixed it, so that's good. What should we start off with?
I don't know. We tossed today from 80 miles, 130 kilometers. The wind was good 7 mile an hour out of the west. We're in Bracebridge. Figured we were like almost in the middle of the lake kind of thing. North of the lake, what, 20 miles, 30 miles?
Yeah, about 20 miles, I would say.
I figured that wind would have blown them right towards Whitby, which is southeast of us. But they came pretty good.
Today they were good.
Yeah.
My birds were about a mile a minute, roughly. So I think 82 minutes. So that was good. Those birds flew faster than the combine birds did.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
and they were up later, so it was a little warmer, and the wind was a bit stronger, right? So I mean, you know what?
That's okay.
Today it's this way, tomorrow it's that way, right?
Yeah.
So
we'll have
to be good today, tomorrow not so good. You never know, right?
Yeah.
You don't know what they're going to meet.
No,
along the way.
Today they got in with nobody, so.
Well,
they got in with some race birds coming back.
Gerard, we let his go separately about 20 minutes earlier, and he had 5 birds, strays, drop on his loft. Right,
yeah.
So
a lot of untrained.
He must have hooked up with somebody.
Yeah, that's about right.
Right, today the combine birds were flying, and you know, we lit our birds up just after 2:30, right?
Yeah.
And those birds that hooked up were a bit late.
I picked the slow pokes up.
They picked them up, so yeah.
Good toss overall. Your birds trapped real good, like lightning.
Did they?
Yeah.
Well, if you look at the benzing results on which I have on my cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you could pull up my cell phone, but they were trapping like 1431, like by the millionths of a second.
Yeah.
That benzing clock doesn't miss.
No, you got
that little hole I got a 12-inch pad.
Yep.
And it's 12-inch, and the birds are coming through there like 6 abreast, just pushing each other.
Yeah, it's only a two stall pad too.
2-stall pad. And I remember when we had the Unicon clock, boy, we had a heck of a time. The birds, I mean, when they were piling in like that, we were missing half the birds. We had to put pool noodles up. We had to do all this stuff to slow them down.
Yeah.
This thing here doesn't miss them.
I remember when we did that, we built noodle jumps.
Noodles, pool, what do you call them? Pool.
We took the pool noodle, cut it in half, put it in front to make like a bump for them to go over to slow them down. Remember, they ended up burning those right off.
Well, I think you forgot. We had one right in the front. We had one
in the middle.
Out.
So
they had to jump 2 pool noodles to get in, to try and slow them down because the pad was missing. Yeah. Right?
But we have our first question of the evening from our friend Stan over on YouTube. Stan, let me get to your question here. My first race is on the 14th of August. I'm having some birds sneezing. What should I do? Also, should I send my birds to the first race with a 1/4 ounce of feed so they head home faster?
Well, let's see.
His birds are sneezing.
You got to treat them for respiratory.
Yeah,
that's the first thing. That's the first issue. Get them treated with 7 days respiratory, a good strong respiratory powder or 2 types of respiratory powder. Put them together. Treat them for respiratory. And when you're flying the first race, I don't know how far your first race is. If your first race is anywhere between, let's say, 80 miles and 140 miles, I would say do all your heavy feeding Thursday evening. The bulk of what you want to give them, everything you really want to get into them, you do that on Thursdays. Friday morning, early in the morning, you want to give them just a little bit of candy mix just to sort of get a little bit into their mouth, and then give them their water. Pull the water away. You can go back at noon, give them water again, pull the water away, go back just before you ship and give them water again. You got to remember, athletes, no athlete in the world, no hockey player, football player, track star, Olympic athlete, not one of them.
Even me.
Even you, up and down the ladder, work on a full stomach, a half stomach, a 1/4 stomach.
That's right.
You don't work full of potatoes. So if you think you're going to load them up and, I got to give them some reserve in case they make a mistake, you're setting them up to make a mistake.
He also had a question, I think, on one of the other tosses we did that I'm just seeing now for some reason. But Stan also wants to know, does giving them less food make them come faster?
Focus them in a bit more, and that's why, again, the feed is kind of like the little bit of the reins for them, right? You give them too much feed, too much energy, they're too jacked up. They got a lot of energy to go, and you look today at those birds, how they fired. It came really good. I had them primed to go for today. I had them primed last week. They still had a ton of energy. And they got in with other birds, and that was the end of it for them.
I know it's the start of the season and racing season, but today I sent my birds on this toss totally empty.
Yeah.
Okay? Now.
You could see it when they fired.
They just, no.
When they trapped.
I don't know if you're trying to tell me they trapped better. Maybe they did.
No, they trapped. They were trapping real good.
I think they were a little more on the thirsty side, too.
Well, they were a bit of everything.
But you beat me by 4 minutes, by the way. Congratulations.
You don't have to congratulate me yet. Wait, hold on.
The day before,
we might want to get
I beat you by a minute, and the day before that was a minute.
You beat me?
Okay.
So you see how he's added wins?
Oh, but no, 100%.
No, but
like
what
we
I'm
know.
Come back to is
we know Loft Manager Richard's coming for us.
Full of feed.
We know.
My birds were half full of feed.
Right.
And I don't know, and well, my birds can come back half full of feed. And don't ask me, those darn things trap.
Well, because we've got them where the water is. You got them. Yeah. They know where the water is. The same like ours. They know where the water is.
Yeah. So,
but you're not going to race them on Saturday, half crop the feed, are you? No, you're going to dial them right into what you want them to. Well, I don't know. You're different. You do what you want.
Does Eaton's tell Simpsons their business?
Don't worry, Eaton's. Hey, don't worry. I promise I beat you on week 1. That's a promise. I'm going to make you.
Don't prime them too
soon. Stan says 88 miles.
Oh,
88
easy. You
miles.
want no feed on Friday. Nothing. Feed them. Give them the heavy feed Wednesday and Thursday. Thursday, that's it. No feed, no grit, no nothing. After Thursday, just give him a good shot of water. And I think he lives where it's real warm, right? I think
I'm
he
not.
lives.
I
I
can't
think he lives
remember
in
where
California.
Stan lives. I'm sorry about that. I'm not sure.
But
I really hope the liberators, though, give them that drink of water before they liberate, because that really makes a difference for the birds,
Getting back to Stan's
Uh,
question, and then we have this question from Mike Vanderyak. Dave Ottaway says, that's right, Ryan. If sneezing, respiratory and canker combo, Ridzol and Tylon combo, quarter ounces of food will not make them fly faster, but will trap better and maybe fly straighter. So Stan,
yeah.
hopefully that advice from Dave Ottaway also helps you out. Question from Mike Vanderyak. How many birds in total should be released on the first race next weekend?
so this weekend, I don't
From
know.
the
Oh yeah,
Pioneer birds.
this weekend.
I'm thinking. I'm thinking Mike Van Kempen's should have 30. Rhodey's going to have 60. Gerard will have 20. Henry will have 40. Who else we got?
We
Got
don't
you.
really, we don't
We're gonna have
100% know.
close to 500. 400 to 500.
The thing with the
Yeah.
Pioneer Club is when you're a member of the club, we don't have a limit. I mean, we do have a limit. It's a 30 bird limit. Anything above 30 birds is $2 a bird for this season, correct?
Yep.
So we don't know if we won't know really until shipping night to see what guys are going to take advantage of that and ship more than their 30 birds per team or not. So we could have,
I'd say between 400 and 600 birds.
Yeah. I'm thinking 4 to 6.
400 to 600
okay.
birds, possibly,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
this race. Now, once we get into the Gold Band series, which is
Should
going
be
to be in
more.
another month from now, we have 4 races regular, and then the last 5. Am I right? No, the first 5 are regular. The last 4 are Gold Band, right?
Yeah.
So then you're going to see the numbers
Go up.
increase. But
Could
we
be
should.
800 to 1,000, 1,200 birds.
Who knows?
We sold 1,700 bands.
1,600.
I think it was more.
Okay. I have to look at. I have to crunch the exact number.
We just don't. I don't want to throw numbers
don't throw
out
1,700.
Well, I'm not gonna throw anything.
because people hold us to it, and
we
then we
sold
get in
a lot
trouble.
of bands.
You stay in your lane.
Yeah.
You don't
stay in
worry
your
about
lane there,
counting
Dad.
bands.
Wait a
You
minute.
say 1,700.
I just came back
next
from
week
the
you'll be
cottage.
counting
I
18.
came back from the cottage.
You know
today.
what? Just like you told me you beat me the last 2 before that one, but you didn't. But hey, you know what? You sold 1,900 bands. And by the way, you're looking at my hair. You want to know why? You want to know why? Because if we go back to your pictures at your age, at the same age,
you may
I'm
have
better.
Alzheimer's,
I'm still
Bob.
better looking, my friend. And guess what? I
Look.
beat you again. I beat your old birds. Shit, that's starting to hurt, isn't it?
Yeah, but my birds aren't primed yet.
Oh yeah.
I don't like to prime.
You don't prime anything.
Just family fun. We're all good sports here. Stan says that he is near Philadelphia. That's where he is living. Mike Vanderyak, will there be a joint release with the NRRPA? No, there will not be. There will not be unless the NRRPA wants to contact us and say, "Hey, okay, we'll do a joint release. Come on, let's go." We will not be. Can I just speak, please, for a minute?
I just had something stuck in my throat. Sorry.
Right, just a minute. Unless the other combines approach us and say, we'll release with you, and they're willing to do so, we will be releasing on our own. We're no longer contacting combines and begging and pleading on our hands and knees. Come on, it'll be great for the sport if we all release together. Forget it. We tried it last year. It didn't work. So absolutely anybody, any other combine in the Greater Toronto Area that wishes to release with the Pioneer, we welcome all of you. That's my response on that. Richard, you had something to say? Go ahead.
Please don't say what you're.
The sky belongs to anyone. The sun belongs to anyone. No one says the sky is mine. No one says the sun is mine. It belongs to anyone. And if you would like to come and sit under my umbrella, I'm inviting you.
Now, hold on. I'm just
If
going
the
to say,
sun is too much.
hey, if any of the other combines do wish to contact us to Liberate, there's no problem, guys. Just give us a nice donation for our film work and everything, right? You're going to have to sign off a little release thing, and then there's no problems, right? But we need you to do a donation as well.
Yeah, that's
because you know what? Daddy don't work for free, does he?
No.
We'd love to release with the other combines. Of course. We're not out here to be enemies of the other combines. We would love to release with them. Let's have a fun thing. Pioneer versus Niagara. We can do one race, Pioneer Combine versus Niagara Combine. We can do a race with that. We've tried time and time and time again. And every time we've been shut down, told to go sit in the corner and shut your mouth. So, no, we're not asking this year. We're going to do our own thing. Mike Vanderyak, where is your Huntsville release location? Do you want exact coordinates or what are you looking for? Generalization? What would you like?
I can't answer that. I'm waiting for Mike. But
where is our release location in
an
Huntsville, by the way?
Pardon?
Where is our release location exact?
The Wallace.
We want to go to the Walmart.
Oh yeah,
there.
that's right. That's
Right
right.
off the
That's
highway.
correct. That's correct. That's correct. I'm sorry. I got so many release locations in my mind, I can't remember which is which. So
Yeah, I
that
think
is
the
correct.
Walmart's the best spot.
Huntsville is the Walmart Supercenter in Huntsville. That's where we will be on Saturday. If the NRRPA would like to join us, they are more than welcome to do so. And you can, Mike Vanderyak can let the Niagara Club know, or whoever the NRRPA are, know that they're more than welcome to release with us if they would like to do so. Hello, Troy. Nice to see you on. Stephen is on YouTube. Nice to see you on. Friend, hope you are feeling better. The NRRPA uses Walmart. What time do you plan to release? Oh, well, I thought you said that they went up the road on a hill.
I don't know. I don't care where the other people go. I don't.
By the way, I think the
how about
Walmart's
this?
Supercenter is the best place.
We'll release on one side of the parking lot building, and the NRRPA can release on the other side of the building. How about that?
Okay.
We can find the handicap spot.
We can get the manager from Walmart. And by the way, that's a Supercenter, folks. You can actually buy groceries there. A Supercenter means they have groceries.
Well,
so we can buy vegetables.
There's one thing I can guarantee about Saturday's release.
What?
I know there's going to be for sure a trailer at the Walmart.
That's us.
Wait, and I know it'll be properly liberated. It'll be properly videotaped. It'll be done all properly, right? Because that's what we do. But the other cams that are there, whoever else is there, you know what? None of you will know nothing because they don't show you nothing because they don't give a shit to show you anything.
Don't offer me coffee.
We don't take coffee.
So he's asking what time. The game plan is to release all birds at what time? Like for every single race. Our game plan is for what?
No, it just
depends
depends
on the weather.
if there's fog, if it's drizzling, if it's so we cannot. We're going to say any time between. We can't say 6 o'clock in the morning because it gets daylight at 6:05. It takes a half an hour to water and let the birds sit and relax. So it could be any time after 6:35, between that time and 12 noon. Okay?
Yeah, it depends. Right. It depends. We're going to be up there, and you know what's great?
Or it could be the next day.
You know what's really good? We do this thing, and we did it last year.
Yeah.
Where you're going to get up there, and you're going to show everyone watering the birds, and show the sky, and show everything. Because, again, we do things to a level that no other combine can even grasp to get to.
Now, I want to make another comment. If the sun is blocked out due to smoke from the northern forest fires, and we can't see the sun, and we also, there's so much smoke that the whole sky is covered with smoke, we will show you photos of that.
Wait, it almost sounds like you're saying that a trailer went up to, not Long Lac, what was that called? Klotz Lake.
Yeah.
And at 6 o'clock in the morning, the driver, the intelligent driver,
Yeah.
you know the one?
Yeah,
You know the
I
one.
think I know him.
Right? He went like this. Hey, boss. Boss.
I can't
Hey,
see the sun.
boss, I can't see the sun, boss.
Oh, but what I want to say is, I want to see sunlight. And at 6 o'clock in the morning, you don't see. You see this?
Oh my God!
You can't
You're
tan.
showing.
I want to be able to tan in the morning.
Okay, hold on. But here's
Right.
but this is a good point.
And then if I do drive back,
we're gonna show you.
I want to make sure I have enough time when I get. Just wait. When I get back to the race where I'm going to go, I want to make sure I have enough time to water the birds for a half an hour.
Well, I know. If you were to drive back from Clouts Lake to Hearst, and you made a decision at 6:30 in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning, you made the decision it was too smoky. Physically, you can't make it back to Hearst. But if you did, if you were really driving,
it takes an hour, and 55 minutes.
An hour and 50 minutes. But if you could make it quicker, which I know, Bols, he can drive pretty quick.
Well,
Hold on.
I'm driving a 2021.
You're cutting me off
with a Hemi motor.
Just stop.
Okay.
He drives faster than you, and I know that. But we're not going there. But I'm just saying, if you were to be able to do it in under 2 hours, that means as soon as you got there,
you had to liberate.
You just dropped the birds and let them out.
You wouldn't give them water.
No videos, no nothings.
And you wouldn't give them water.
You wouldn't give them water.
Because you got no time.
So,
a lot of lakes on the way.
Let's just move on here to the comments. Mike Vanderyak, personally, I would love to see a joint release. Well, sure, Mike. We would love to as well. Unfortunately, the other combines have some stick up their ass. Excuse my language. I know it is the family show.
Oh, it feels so good.
Have some stick up their ass with us and don't want to participate in anything we do. They've blackballed us. All of them have blackballed us. And they're not interested in promoting the sport of pigeon racing in Canada. Because as I'm sure all of you who have watched us for the last 2 years, almost 4 years since we've been doing our auctions, know that our main goal is to promote the sport. And you guys know that we've brought a lot of attention from the outside world, whether it's Europe or America or whatever, that are looking at us now. And I hate to say it, but Pioneer are the ones who are bringing that attention to the sport in this country. But the rest of the combines, local to us, they don't want to grow the sport. They're not interested. So I guess, Mike, if you would love to have a joint release, you need to take it up with your combine, and the rest of the people who want joint releases, who are in the Greater Toronto area and are in other combines, you'll have to take it up with your president or whatever, Grand Poobah or whoever it is that you have running your flock.
If I can make a word, the truth hurts. Truth hurts, folks. And trying to keep people honest when you're trying to, what I'm saying is, I was in business for years, and if you put a man on a job, maybe he's a controller of your company, or maybe he's doing something, and if you have him on that job for 26 years, and you don't watch that man once in a while, guess what? He takes a bit. He becomes the biggest liar you ever employed. And we liberated beside a certain combine last year, and the person that had been driving that truck, for example, been doing it for 26 years. And we were stepping into his, we got to get rid of this guy because. So, if you got a guy in a job, switch him every 3 months to something else.
You want to know what it
Loft,
sounds like?
excuse me,
Loft manager, I know, I have experience.
Loft manager Richard was the one last year who was doing all the driving and who had to deal with again I say it, nonsense that took place not on behalf of the Pioneers, but on behalf of the other combine that we attempted to liberate with. Absolute disgusting, despicable behavior. So Mike says the NRRPA voted for a joint release whenever possible. Hopefully it happens. I don't know who is the grand poobah of the NRRPA, but you need to speak with that person and let them know that we are absolutely willing to do so, but the combines now have to reach out to us because I am done begging, Ryan's done begging, and Richard is done begging.
Well, I'll give you folks an example, but we had, just wait, I'm going to bring this out. Why should I be ashamed? We had people come to our store that were from this other combine, and they said, if you liberate with us at any locations, release locations, there will be sad consequences will be gained against us.
We were threatened.
So guess what, boys? So whoever's driving this thing's got to be scared shitless.
Hold on. And the grand poobah over there on the Mickey Mouse Club, I hate to call him that, Bruce Maters is the president. He's the one throwing the threats and the punches. And he's got
just for a moment, please. This is a disclaimer. These opinions are purely our own, and we are allowed to express them. So, as freedom of speech, as Canadian citizens, we're allowed to express our opinions on a public platform. So, anybody who wants to send their lawyers after us, you better check with freedom of speech in this country because we are absolutely allowed to do so on our own platform. Thanks. I just had to put that out there because I'll be getting a lawyer's letter tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Well, you got to watch because that's what Grant does. He goes and gets a lawyer. That's all how Grant is. He offers you coffee one week and serves you a lawyer's letter the next week. But
so anyway, sorry, this is a touchy subject for us because we've tried and tried and tried and tried. And every time we've tried, we've been shut down, shot down, and told to sit down in the corner and shut up. So
how stupid would it be, gentlemen?
But
wait, lady people, if I drive up the road 50 miles and I get off on a certain exit, and there's a car parked there, and I pull up and I'm going to let my birds out, and there's the guys in the car park. There's two of them over there with their birds. And they come over to me and say, "Get out of here, boy! You can't liberate them birds here. Yeah, we're here." Guess what? Jump.
But you want to know what's real fun?
What?
Mike, your combine wants to see a joint release. Maybe the guys from your combine should join the Pioneer, where it's done right.
Or if it's not feasible for them to join the Pioneer because of logistic reasons, then perhaps you guys need to have another meeting where you all sit down and vote on it and discuss accordingly. And then you can reach out to Ryan, Richard, or myself about joint releases moving down the road.
You know, if you want to go fishing, in a lake.
I think we've beat this with a dead horse already. I'm sorry if it disappoints our participants, but please know it has nothing to do with us not cooperating, and it has everything to do with the other local combines that refuse to cooperate with us.
And again, one more thing. This does go out to all the one-off races in Southern Ontario, the Dutch Touch, the Salem, and the Niagara Peninsula. Anytime you want to play, Daddy is ready. Whenever you want. And again, anybody else, you're all welcome. We're willing to play.
So can we fish in our lake and we can fish in their lake?
Everything.
Or is it all restricted?
We're going to move on. We're going to move on. We got lots of questions now on YouTube, so I'm going to head over there. Okay. Josh Tribley, Aces High Point, Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Nice to see you over on YouTube. Stan, do I need to show my birds how to drink from the water from the basket? Yes. Yes. Ryan, Richard?
Yep. Yeah, 100%.
Do it.
I had a situation today that was remarkable. When I got back with the birds, and you know, they had a combine release.
Yeah.
So when I got back at 5 o'clock, it was late. Mm-hmm. Those birds in the combine probably should have been home by 10, 11 o'clock or whatever, 12. But this bird was 5 o'clock. And I was changing the filter in my hot tub. and I lift up the hot tub,
Mm-hmm.
open it up. I see this pigeon sitting on the top of the hot tub lid that's at a 90-degree up.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going, that's not one of my birds, because my birds don't do that.
Right.
My birds are intelligent. They drink out of a bird bath or eave troughs, okay? But this pigeon was super intelligent. He was on my hot tub lid, and I'm going, what's going on? This bird was remarkable.
Mm-hmm.
He was looking. Then he jumped down on around where you put your arms in the hot tub, sit in the hot tub. And he looked down. The hot tub temperature is 104 degrees. It's a little bit warm. He thought he was going to be jumping into a cool
He's
lake.
drinking a warm tea.
He jumped down and got into the water, took a drink, hot tub water, and then flew out. Amazing.
Interesting to see, but 100%.
Yes.
Teach them to drink.
Yes.
Teach him to drink. And now is your time to teach him to drink. And you're going to say, well, how do you teach him to drink? You know what? If you want to do something a little bit crazy, feed them all. Take the waters out of the loft, feed them. Feed them their dinner. You got some time, feed them.
Do you
Put them
remember?
in a basket and drink them.
Do you remember Alfred from Combe Van Zoren? What he said, if you want them to drink in the basket, you put sneaky mix in the bottom of the water trough and then fill it up with water, like candy mix, and they will drink it.
Yeah, there's lots of ways to train them, but your races are in August, so you got some time. You got some time to drink them in the basket, and I'm going to tell you something. It's riding a bike. Let them drink once or twice in the basket, and they learn. Remember, I see guys, they take their birds to the club, and they go, well, the guys are going to water them at the club. Okay? Number one, every time my birds can drink less with everyone else, it's better. So what I like to do is, like I say, I water them in the morning on shipping night, water them for an hour, hour and a half, take the water away. Maybe go back at 1 o'clock, give them water for 15 minutes, take it away. Then just before I ship, give them water. And if I don't give them water then, when I go to the club, I water them in my own basket.
That's right.
But I like to water them before then normally, because guys, if they're touching birds, they push, they squeeze, they do whatever, the bird can throw up the water. So water them, try and water them before you go, so they get about a half hour to an hour with that water in them. And if the guys water them at the club and they have a drink, fine. But I like them to drink the last drink here, and then in the morning, when the trailer driver, if he's a good guy and he does his job like he was paid to, instead of being lazy, and he waters them, they'll drink again.
Right. What I like to do.
Make sure they're properly hydrated before you send them. Don't depend on the person who's driving the transporter to give them a sufficient amount of water, unless you're at the Pioneer Club, where it's been drilled in Richard's brain that he knows. He knows. I don't even have to tell him. I know that he knows.
We had just one other thing. Watering too. I'll give them maybe electrolytes in the morning, the first drink, or this maybe. That's it. And then the rest of the day they're going to get clean water, and that's it. So I don't give them electrolytes all the way. If it was a 2-day shipping, so if we're shipping on Thursday for Friday, they would get electrolytes or whatever I want to put in that water all day. I never give them any type of medication. I don't do it. But
if I want to get my birds trained to drink out of a basket or out of a whatever, right? It doesn't hurt. Put them in the basket. I mean, you got to have dowels so the birds can get to the water.
Yeah.
If you water them in the basket, you could use a 1-liter container. You know what where the lid is?
Yeah, but
it goes like look, and they drink. Put them in a basket and don't water them for 5-6 hours.
Yeah.
On a nice warm day. Then just pour the water. When they see that water, they'll go for that water. They just get like
I will tell you, I helped out a race one time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we were going up to 300 miles. We're going up to Cochrane.
Yeah.
You will not believe it.
Okay.
We got up there, and it was a day, it was 100 degrees. She was hot.
Was that the day the wind was like?
She was 100 degrees at midnight, 300 miles north. It was that hot.
Yeah.
We got there, we looked, and we said, we better give these birds water.
Right.
Okay. We got up there at 4 o'clock in the morning. Whatever we did.
Yeah.
So the light started to come up and give the birds water. You will not believe this.
Some birds.
The birds were never watered. There was about 40 birds out of 500 that drank.
Yeah.
Do you know how many day birds the guy did get?
He got something birds.
28 birds.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying the birds that drank came home. I'm saying probably they didn't.
Right.
But when I seen it, I knew the guy running the show. He took that perch fee and he put it in his pocket.
Didn't train them to
Didn't
drink.
train them to succeed, right?
Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah. And we get back to liberators. A guy that's been doing it for 26 years and nobody views what he does. He goes, they're only darn pigeons. That's it.
Oh.
And he doesn't water. Just listen to me. When we got pictures last year of individual that doesn't water.
Grant.
But that was busting into his privacy. He's getting good money. And the same thing is
he's getting paid cash.
The same
That's right.
the same thing goes
Cash.
is my good friend Gerard asked the gentleman, don't you think it's kind of rude to let these birds go under wires? Mm-hmm. You want to know what he said?
Well, I know.
I've been doing this 26 years, and I don't give a whoop about the birds. That's exactly what he said. So that means.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that means that you're busting in. So I'm saying is, if you don't, please give me one.
But you want to know what? That's what being a part of the Up North Combine's all about. That's what it's about, man. It's not really giving a shit about pigeon racing. Is anything? Hey, can I ask you a question? That one-off race that I helped out, I think the man is a great pigeon flyer.
Right.
But that day, when I seen that,
you said,
you know what I said? Fuck, I know where my perch fee went.
It's not the man that liberates the birds, his fault. It's the man that manages the organization. He should be fired. And the man who's driving should be straightened out quick. That's it.
That's true.
Right.
I've got more questions and comments here, guys. So just give me 1 second.
I think the best way to get a bird to learn how to drink when on liberation is own a hot tub and open it up.
Okay, Stephen on YouTube wants to know, Ryan, when are you going to separate the hens and the cocks? If you separate them now, do you think that may help motivate them? I know you're not racing on the widowhood system. Thank you. You're welcome, Stephen. Ryan?
Okay, Stephen, great question. Yes, I am going to separate them after this weekend. I will separate. I wanted to separate sort of before the first race, but again, we were kind of like this on a hill, up and down, birds not firing, motivation, lack of motivation. I just want birds. I want the loft to sort of get into harmony, or try and get it. Everybody's happy. Everybody's firing on all cylinders, right? We did 4 tosses to 25 miles. Whoopee shit. Today they accomplished their mission. Great. Tomorrow they're going to go out. They're going to play around.
Let's see with ice.
Yeah. The cocks are going to go up and down and play with the hens, and it's going to be love, and it's going to be great. And then they're going to come in. They're going to go back to Bracebridge, and they're going to fire again. And then they're going to sit. They're going to go to the first race all together. Then they're all going to come home. And they're going to have some confidence building. Then I'm going to separate. And, they haven't gone down on eggs. So basically what they are, and this is in the words of Dean Pallett, to widowhood young birds, widowhood really works, fires the very best when they have eggs and babies. And babies is the grounder, is the real grounder. It means they've totally matured to the next level. They're now technically, we look at them as babies, but they're then technically yearlings.
What I like to do is when they get into that stage, right? Again, puppy love, by the words of Dean Pallett.
Right.
It makes sense. When you're a teenager, these birds are all teenagers right now, most of them, right? That first puppy love, right? So what happens is, if you separate them, after 2 days, they're looking for some other puppy love.
After a half hour.
Right, half an hour, right? So I don't like to separate them like that. And if you do separate them, you should have something at home, a dropper.
Yeah.
So you should separate the birds. Have old birds,
Right,
old hens,
right.
and with young cocks, and that way when the cock comes home, if you guys can do it, that young cock comes home, the old hen's always there.
It gives them
He's
their
always
motivation.
really happy.
It's their reward. It's their cookie. But I think until they've really gone down on eggs, I think I'm going to be honest. If I was sending pigeons to a one-loft race, I'd only ever send hens. I never waste my time with cocks. All I ever see with cocks are
They're crazy.
the more healthy they get, the older they get. Basically, they get dumber by the minute. You know, like, oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Look at her. Wait. He takes her into the box and loves her. You think, boy, he's going to win this week. Next thing you know, you look. He's over there chasing the red hen.
Yeah.
His brain is what we call scrambled. So,
Yeah, he
What are
flies
you
by a
what are you
barn and he
saying?
sees-
That cocks are dumber than hens?
I'm going to say in one loft rate. Now, hold on. If you were to send a cockbird that's real young and he's not going to mature until the end of almost the finals, okay. But I'm going to tell you something. You can get a hen. She can pair up to that young cock. She can lose him, and then she'll repair to another cock, and she gets grounded again, and she grounds better. She's not as stupid. But unfortunately, like I say, you take young guys. They got a girlfriend at that bar. They got a girlfriend at that bar. They got a girlfriend at that bar. Right? Fly with hens.
Rita likes that
Whereas
comment.
older guys, they don't go to the bars. And if the older guys went to the bars, they'd still have a lot of girlfriends.
They would.
You know what I mean?
Hey, hold on a second.
We have a question from Mike Vanderyak, and then we have some comments over on YouTube, and Henry also has a question, so I will get to that in a second, Henry. Thanks for your patience, guys. Bill Robertson, nice to see you on, friend. Mike Vanderyak, is the new transporter on the road?
No, it's in a parking lot right now.
We got it right now. We got her painted.
Yeah.
We got the grates all done.
Supposed to pick her up tomorrow afternoon,
Tomorrow afternoon, the inaugural.
hopefully.
I was hoping to do a live from
inaugural
inside of it.
voyage.
I was hoping to do a live, like you could drive it and then I could smoke in it and just see how the ventilation is and everything's working. But we might do that this week.
It will be
Roadworthy on
going
Saturday.
this Saturday. Absolutely, the new transporter. You guys are going to see it. Now, guys, it's not like any other kind of transporter you guys have seen. It's very different. We designed it in a way that is best not only for the liberator, the whoever it is releasing the birds, but also what is in the best interest of the pigeons. That was our number one priority, to make sure the airflow is perfect, that they're not packed in like sardines, that they're able all to have access to clean, fresh water when it comes time for watering. We took the pigeons' best interest at heart when we designed this transporter. And when you guys see it, you might look at it and say, well, that doesn't look like the Up North Combine or the NRRPA or the Oshawa or whoever else. This is the Pioneer transporter. And the three of us have put our minds together, along with our designer, our constructor, who constructed the transporter, to make sure that the pigeons that we are transporting are in safe conditions. Safe conditions going up to the location, safe conditions when they're sitting at the locations waiting to liberate. So please, when you see it, have an open mind.
Think outside the box.
Think outside the box. We wanted what is best for the birds.
And by the way, I will say one thing. The man who built it, if you look in his family tree,
His last name is
Van Loon. And yes, he is related.
To the Van Loons.
He's a Dutchman.
He's a Dutchman.
Is related. So you don't have to worry. It's been Pigeon Man approved. So it's going to be okay. And I'm going to tell you something. When the birds come out, you will see what birds stay behind. I can promise you that one.
Well, of course.
That's how damn good she releases.
And I'm going to get to Henry's question, and Stephen has a comment on YouTube. But then I think we should talk about how liberations with the Pioneer Club are going to work when it comes to race day. I think that's something we should discuss after I get to the comments and questions here.
Okay,
Stephen
fire in your
says,
questions and comments.
Leah, glad you put in that disclaimer. I do not want you and your family having to deal with lawyers. Stephen, we're already dealing with lawyers from last season and have quite a few legal bills. So this is why I say the disclaimer, because they're coming for us. They're out to get us, and we have to protect ourselves. Henry has a question. Henry Winter, nice to see you on, friend. Henry's question, this might be off topic. I have a couple of birds with tail feathers missing, but all their wing feathers are good. Is this a problem to ship them?
No.
So the bird's going through tail mode?
Yeah, Eloranta, I'll show her in a bit here. Eloranta, today's winner. She's missing her 2 middle tail feathers. I don't like it. It just doesn't look the best, but it's okay. I would say the tail of anything is, some people may say no, but tail's okay.
Actually, with less tail feathers, the bird actually flies faster.
I'll be
because
right
the
back.
tail is used for balance. And to keep his balance, he has to move his wings faster. So
I never knew you were a pigeon, but thanks there, Ricky. Man, that's you off the top rope there.
Pull the tail feathers out of your
Hold
best
on,
bird.
let me pull your ear. Yeah, you're right. You move a bit quicker when I pull your ear.
No, that's a fact.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I don't think I don't think you'd have to worry. I mean, the bird. I wouldn't send the bird without a tail. But
remember, 90% of this show, 99% of this show is true. There's 1% that's a lie. And you got to be able to find that lie.
We didn't lie to you on that one. No, today's winner, he said it. It's funny. Eloranta, the middle tail, the 2 tail feathers in the middle.
She won the race.
She won.
So what did she do?
Picked up the high gear.
Her balance was off. She had the flat part.
A funny thing is, I had someone message me today,
right
after the race, and I'm not going to mention names on this one. Mm-hmm. They said, Ryan, when the birds land on the board, those first birds, push them in. Push them in. I lost a bit of money today. Push them in.
Oh, you pushed the bird in.
No, yeah, he's saying I see you when you're bringing birds in on the loft flies. You can push them in. You can push them in. Hey, could you push the birds in?
No. Well, unfortunately, we can't push the birds in at the moment because I did a bad thing and I bought Karen. And Karen is one of the front runners. I didn't know she was going to be, I figured because I looked at the pedigree and read the pedigree. I also know Klaus Petzold did extremely well last year, and I bought Karen. And Karen, unbeknownst to all of us, is now a front runner. And now the problem is we're worried, and we might as well just be honest, because this is the honest show here, the family show. We are worried that if Karen hits continuously throughout the next 9 weeks, that we're going to get accused of cheating. So now we're in a predicament, right?
Well, no, and it wasn't just Karen. I see birds land, and I've done it. If I'm flying in the combine, when Saturday rolls around, my job is to get the damn bird in the loft. I don't care who's on the board. I don't look at that. This here is a sprint series, so you say, well, do you push them? Do you not push them?
The next thing people say, well, why do you shake the can? Why do you whistle?
Right.
Why do you throw a dropper? Right.
And then those same people, you hear them and you watch the $1 million race. You know what they say? Can you imagine? I pay $1,000 a bird, and there's no one calling in the birds.
I know a guy in Europe that when we used to do they used to have the rubber bands we used to take off. He used to sit on his chair. He was a German guy, outside the loft. I said, Hans, how do you get your birds when it comes? He says, oh, I sit on the chair with the beer, and the bird comes on my lap. That's how the guy had the bird so well trained. Take the band off and bang, put it in the clock. So, whatever method you have to use to get it in.
No,
and I just want to talk a little bit about Karen. I did not purchase Karen because we want to cheat. I wanted to support the cause. I wanted to support Klaus. I wanted to support the auction. And I wanted to have a bone in this fight. I did. I think it's fun, more fun, when you have something to root for in this race. That's just my opinion. I wanted to see what it was like. I wanted to support. And now, unbeknownst to me, Karen, at this stage in the game, is sort of firing. And now we've created a whole nother problem.
No, just wait. I want to be honest. If anybody's worried about this Karen deal, send me $500 American, and
He'll make Karen
we
disappear.
can arrange that Karen will disappear. And also, anybody that wants Karen,
She's at 1,800 now.
1,800
now. She was 900 last week.
they can send me an extra 500.
But
You know what? Yeah, guys,
I'm
I do
honest. I've been around the pigeon
pedigrees.
world.
I do pedigrees for a living. I spend 6 months of my life looking at pedigrees, transcribing pedigrees. I'm not saying I know. I'm not saying I know how to pick them. I don't know how to pick them. I just pick lucky.
No,
You
start to recognize things, and it just comes natural. Okay,
it's natural.
Natural, right? It's
Natural.
like I do my own hair. I've been doing it for years.
It comes natural.
And it just
still
looks
doesn't naturally look as good as mine. But anyways, no. So push birds in this way. I kind of left. You know what? And it wasn't because of Karen. I just left. They were there, and I don't want anybody saying, well, I'm favoritizing.
No, well, that's exactly why you didn't, because you were afraid of the ramifications, because Karen, I'm sorry to say, did land on the board first.
Yeah, all it needed me to do was go like this. Hey, come on, wake up. She would have woke up, but you know what?
But you didn't do that because you felt that there would be repercussions for that. And I'm just having fun. I don't even care. Like, honestly, I don't even care.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
just having fun. I love to be with the group and say, go Karen, go with everybody else. To me, that's the fun part. I don't care about the money. But it's sad that we've gotten to the point where we are so much under the microscope that you have to worry about that. You know, that, to me, that is just, I don't even know. Anyway.
So what are you
Moving on.
saying then, Leah? You actually wanted him to shoo Karen in. And by the way, Ryan.
No, I didn't want him to shoo Karen in. But I'm saying this weekend, when it comes race time and we're competing against Loft Manager Richard and everybody else in our Pioneer Combine,
oh, I'm gonna
hell
push.
yeah, you're going to push. Because
But when my
I don't
birds
care
come,
if it's
I don't want you
Karen.
waving the flag anymore.
No, I don't care if it's Karen or Recycle or
Anybody.
I don't. For me, it's the Pioneer family or Pioneer team as a whole. I just want us to win. I don't really give a shit if I win or I don't win. I just want us to win as a Pioneer family.
Hold on. I'm about to do something, Leah. I'm going to get you your win today. Are you ready for this?
What's the win?
All right. Right now, I'm going to sell Karen at $2,000 for the rest of this show.
You're not selling. I own Karen, so Karen not
Come
going
on.
anywhere.
Sell it, then that way when it comes, I can push it in.
Yeah, because she's been offered $5,000 probably.
Yeah, she's got some side deal.
Would you send Karen to the next race, Ryan, if she was ready to lay an egg? That's another question.
Well, it's a cockbird.
Henry says, I thought that the winnings from Karen was to promote a ladies' league. Absolutely, it is to promote a ladies' league. We're not there yet, Henry. I can't even get a men's league going. Like we're struggling to just get a men's league.
Get men involved.
So yes, that money will be put away when it's time, and there are women who want to join with me. Then absolutely, it will be for that. But at the moment, I'm trying to get just the regular support of the Pioneer, right? Forget the ladies' league.
Guys, when you come over and you get to see a hot dog roller and the popcorn machine, and you see the drone, and you see a new iPad, and you see this, do you know what bought that? We bought that. And you know what? Karen won. Leah doesn't take any of the money from Karen. She puts it right back into the pot and goes, okay, we got to get this, we got to get this, we got to get this.
Yes, I just bought.
We're not taking it.
I bought on Saturday a brand new iPad because we had problems with the cameras on. I think it was Saturday or yesterday. I don't know what day it was when it went off the rails, but maybe it was yesterday.
Yeah.
I bought a brand new iPad because I'm here to promote this sport. as is Ryan, as is Richard. Yes, promote our business, of course, because we have to live and eat, but also my main goal is to promote the sport. I'm tired of Ryan going to Europe or the United States. Is he done now? And having people laugh at us because we're from Canada and they're like, "You guys fly pigeons there?" Yeah, sure you do. We've been around the
Got
block a few times. We've been out past the borders and we've seen what else goes on out there. And I don't want to be the laughing stock of the world in pigeon racing. So Ryan and I and Richard have invested our own money into promoting this sport through our business, through the Pioneer Club, etc., etc. So
and I'm
don't
gonna
think
be honest.
don't
I'm
think
gonna
that
be.
any winnings that Karen wins, I'm going on vacation with. I haven't been on a vacation in 4 years
Your
since I
icy nuts are
started
sick?
this. So
And FYI, guys, Canada, we are like Santo Domingo of lifestyle. We're the worst. We're worse than third world here. We're real bad. We're actually. I hate to say it. I don't even like telling people I'm from Canada, pigeon flying, because fuck, they start laughing. It's like you want me to give them a joke when you go to the show in Fugari. Say, hey, you having a bad day? I raise pigeons in Canada. You see the Belgian guy? He puts his beer down. He just falls over and he starts laughing, and he keeps laughing, and then this is what happens. It's a chain effect, eh? Mm. The Belgian guy says to the other Belgian guy, "Well, what are you laughing at?" He goes, "This poor guy, he flies pigeons in Canada." Then he falls over, and next thing you know, the whole show's laughing. And you
well,
know
and
what?
and I think this is the thing that people who are here and don't go elsewhere or don't try and build a business based on, they don't see that we have to work 50 times harder because of where we're from. Meaning getting
Well,
breeders for auction season, getting people wanting to do things with us. Benzing is another, prime example, even though they did come with us, and that's fantastic. And I can't thank them enough for putting their faith in us. It is 50 times harder when you go elsewhere and say, "Oh yeah, I'm from Canada." They literally are like, "Well, there's no market there. I'm not interested. No thanks. You have to pay up front, and we're not interested in working with you." That's what happens. So I'm telling you from our perspective that we really need to step our game up here in Canada to show the world that we're not chumps. We're not like third world. We should be recognized. We have some great talent here. Really great talent. Really great breeders, really great flyers. Unfortunately, the people have not been here put in place to promote our own. And Ryan and I and Richard, that's what we want to do. That's why we started FIPA.ca last year. That's why we started the marketplace, which literally nobody took advantage of. We are trying to promote our own first, but it's hard when we get so much resistance, even from our own. That's just my take from a business aspect, my frustration with the whole thing. So yes, any money Karen wins, it's going to go back into the sport, whether it's buying better AV equipment or for our shows or buying the drone or whatever. Yeah, we're here to promote the sport. Mandy, that's why it's easier if you don't have any way to win money in your own race. Go, Karen, go.
Yeah.
Keeps the pot stirring. People's whining to themselves.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's wrong that I bought Karen. I guess it's wrong that I do have a bird in this race, which is technically my own race. I don't do any of the handling. I don't do any of the releasing. I'm just like a spectator like you guys. Ryan runs his own ship when it comes to the birds. Sure, does he consult with me once in a while and say, "Do you think we should toss today? I don't know. What should we do?" But I don't do it because I have Karen in my mind, like, "Oh, I want what's best for Karen." I told Ryan when we've had the last mass exoduses where we've lost so many birds. Have I not told you, Ryan?
Yeah. This is what she said. I will give Karen away if I could get every pigeon back. Or she said I would give she even said I will give Karen away to get 5 more birds back. Like literally. And that's why today you see it on the show. Karen was there. Karen won. Okay. All I had to do was just go, hey, come on, sunshine, wake up. She would have woke up. She was hot. And you know what? I just said to myself, it's okay. I'm going to just walk away and let it happen.
If Karen is going to continue to be a problem for individuals, I'll pull Karen out. It's fine. I'll pull her out.
There isn't any problems.
There's no problem.
So I just want to get this on the table. What? Does that mean when I liberate that I shouldn't be saying, go Karen, go, Karen, go? I shouldn't be saying that anymore? I'm going to cut that out.
I'm still waiting for Curtis to come back.
Curtis, yeah. He'll be back.
He'll come. He'll come. If he comes at 3 weeks, we got a real winner. I'm just saying.
Sherry Willis on YouTube. I'd be interested in a ladies' league. Sherry, where are you located? Let me know. I would like to create one. I really would. I'd love to have a ladies' league, or I'd love to have more women involved in our Pioneer Club. I think you said, Ryan, Kathy Eichhorn is going to be coming down on shipping nights to be part of the
she wants to ship the birds. And she's going to help out a little bit, which is good. And you know, same with Rita from Karloff there, Tony's wife. She seems gung-ho into the birds. And then we got Henry Ladder, rhymes with Ratter.
No, it's Ratter, rhymes with ladder.
Yeah, but have you ever thought about saying, instead of calling him a ladder?
Shirley.
Right.
I think his wife's name is Shirley, I believe.
I
thought it was Wendy.
I liberated at the Rock. They have volleyball there. What do they call it? Co-ed? Whatever?
Co-ed. What does that mean, co-ed?
Whatever it means, like the ball goes over and comes back.
So wait, does that mean that? Okay.
Right.
Anyways,
hit the ball.
Anyways, and it comes back. Michael Peevler over on YouTube. Sorry, I didn't say hello to you earlier. Nice to see you on, Michael. I love on YouTube. YouTube, like everybody talks to each other on there. They communicate, which I love to see. You guys on Facebook need to do that more. I think it's fantastic. You guys talk to each other. Dave Ottaway, no, it's not wrong. You buy a bird, Leah. That's like I said about honesty and dishonesty. Look at the accusers very closely and don't trust them. Well, and this is what I say to Ryan all the time. When people talk crap about us, you know, you have to look at where it's coming from, right? Because that says more about the person who's talking the shit than it does about us. Excuse my language for those of you who are under the age of 18, but it's the truth. Those, you know, and you also have to think when you go to the club and you hear people talking crap about whoever, whether it's us or it's another club mate, or that literally says more about the person who's saying it than it does about the people who they're talking about.
Right.
Now, I know, Leah, you said under the age of 18, but I think you made a wrong statement there, because this is the year 2021. And you would have to go now under the age of 5. Okay, under the age of 5.
Under the age of 5, yeah.
Because I seen a young child with his mother in the store, and I said, "My, you are a very lovely woman." And the little boy looked at me and went, "F you." He was 5 years old and gave me the finger.
Yeah, wow, that's a moment.
I said, "Okay, that's okay."
No. And I get what Dave says, and you know, and that's why sort of today, you know, I watch the birds come in. I prime them all the same. You don't know who's coming, and you see it happen coming in front of you. I always say the one bird I don't want to see is Karen, because I don't want to get the messages from the people. And Leah, you know that, right?
Yes, you said that to me numerous times. Like, oh God, I hope Karen doesn't come first. Oh God, I hope Karen doesn't come first.
Well, and then
I was 5 hours on the road.
Hold on, but here's the greatest thing: we had the smash toss last Monday,
right?
Karen came back on the second day, the second last bird. When she came in, it was like God said to her,
"She wobbling?
Nope, your body will come back like lightning." And I went to myself, this is one pigeon that has the ness to bounce back. And you know what the problem is? It's one hell of a, I think it's a good pigeon.
I keep saying this, and I don't know how many people are listening. A bird can come back tough. have a tough time.
Yeah.
And it comes in, it gets a drink. You could see it's down, gets a drink of water in it, and it eats. And it goes sits on the perch, and it looks like I've been all the way to Vancouver and back. And you're going, wow. And then you walk out there 3 hours later, and it's just like, I didn't even go anywhere. And the next day, it's
there.
And that's a sign of a quality
And
fish.
I said to Leah, I said, now we're down to the 45 birds, 48 birds, 50 birds, whatever we're down to. I said, Leah, I said, I'm going to be honest with you. We don't know how this pigeon's going to do when it hits the group. But if it's a good pigeon, it could be the right one. It could just start to fire. And you want to know what the problem is? You just, I feel a bit of the pressure, right? You go, because you don't want people thinking you're doing it. I'm not doing anything. I want every pigeon, every time we go out, I want them all together. I want them all together. I want them all together. And I want everyone to cross the line first, so we go, hey, it's all sunshine and rainbows.
Well,
but anyways,
you've seen good pigeons. You're Miss San Diego.
Yeah.
I know her first training toss when she was down there in San Diego.
Speaking of good pigeons,
she was first at 5 miles.
Hold on, Leah's gonna punch.
Speaking of good pigeons, James Timothy, how did the chocolate bird look that came back? The one from Big Bang. I think it was Poncho. Poncho.
Okay, so Poncho's been on the road. You can tell it doesn't smell Barney. So what I mean by is I pick the bird up, and I smell the shoulders, and I smell
if it's been around in a barn,
living in a barn. It didn't have the barn smell. It hasn't been in anyone's loft. I can tell that.
So how are the flights? Are they all frayed?
No,
Was it in a wheat
no,
field?
the flights look good.
Yeah.
Do you want to know what I liked about him? He came in the loft. He ate. He went right back to his section in the Red Wing section. He went right up into the second level into his box. And guess what he did? He started to coo. And you know what he said? I'm okay.
I'm home.
I flipped it up. I'm okay. So he's going to get some light tosses. You know, when you go up, 10 miles, whatever, well, you're going to go get him back on the train. You're going to go up with Owensburg, get him back on the train, and we're going to play again.
What is it, a cockbird?
He's a cockbird.
So what I would do is I would get a picture of a really nice little hen bird, and I'd put it in the back of his box, and he's going to love you even more.
Speaking of winners, shall we bring out, Ryan, today's 3 superstars so we can show everybody? I'm sure this is kind of
well, no, I'll get them.
part of our little show and tell.
You don't trust.
No, I don't want you to touch my bird. I'll bring the third place up first. The silver first. Hey, wait, Ricky, by the way, eh? I beat you again. Oh, it hurts.
Oh, don't prime him too soon.
Do you think you can beat me once this year?
Ryan, please go get the winners. Richard, I'm going to ask you a question. This week leading up to the first race of the season, what will you be doing to prepare your team for Saturday?
Prepare my team. I don't know what to say. Go in and feed and watch them. I want to see how they are acting. Tomorrow I'd like to give them a rest. A little bit of rest. Today they came from the toss. I got them in, give them a bit of feed. And then I let them out in the afternoon for a little fly around just to let them feel relaxed. I don't do much.
Yeah, you let yours out today. I was going to, but I
let mine out. Just I don't.
All right.
I might.
There you go, Leah. There's our third spot.
I like that white on the back of its head. I've never seen that before.
Third place.
Like
remind me who that is. Oh, that
Gianna.
is, don't tell me. That is Thunderstruck Lofts. This is an auction purchase from Trey Colson. This is Shiana, third place.
Very nice.
Activated by our good friend Tracy, all the way in the United States of America. Third place winner of $700 and something, $720, $740-ish.
She's a bit purple.
Who's that bred by? Who's it bred by?
She worked hard today.
This is bred by V&V Loft.
Bred by Bill and Ken Vulgaris.
Let's see how her darkening went. Went real well. Full wing here.
She's on her second flight.
But she's got it full. Looking good though.
Yeah. Nice full wing.
Nice full wing.
She is a bit purple, so no.
I'm gonna let you handle it.
I'm saying she worked today for her money, and she ripped a bit of muscle, which is good for her.
Now,
right? So tomorrow,
I want you to tell, and I want you to tell the people on all three of the birds how I fed them today. We fed them, Leah. If you can put it in the monitor here, what their diet consisted of today. I'm gonna let you handle it first. Don't say anything. Just hold on to the bird.
I do see the feed there. Sure.
So that's the DePure mix. They had DePure today from Versalaga. They had the Sneaky mix, which was almost equal parts Sneaky to DePure. They had the Sneaky mix, and they had hemp seed. And after about 2.5 hours, 3 hours, I went back in and I gave everyone a shot of the all-in-one grit from Versalaga. Now you're handling.
What did she have there again?
She had
that one.
She had barley
underneath the hemp.
That's the DePure. The DePure mix.
And over there.
She has hemp, Sneaky, and DePure. Now, how's the bird feel?
My opinion, she feels great.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow, she needs a rest, and I would give her some energy with a lot of peas. What do you call it? Soybeans.
Why?
And stuff like that.
Why?
She has worked. If you see how purple she is, she's ripped muscle. She needs to regain muscle. She needs a day off.
She needs a day
tomorrow and relax.
Well, yeah, of course. Because now. How full is she? Just for the audience.
She is right now. She's full. She's 3/4 to almost full. Right.
You can feel there's good water in her. You can almost feel the feed that's in her. You can feel there's barley. You feel it all. Okay.
Right. So I'm
fed
just
well.
Saying,
fed well.
Fed well.
Fed well.
So I wouldn't push her again tomorrow. That's my opinion.
I know.
So let's hold her up again. We're going to give one final look at Shiana and give a big congratulations to our activator Tracy, our breeder V&V Lofts, and our buyer, our owner, Trey Colson. Congratulations, well done.
Okay, I'll get the second place, Big Joe.
Second place. Jay-Z says, what about the fourth place bird? Karen's sleeping. Karen's sleeping. Karen's sleeping. We're going to wait for the second place bird. Tracy says, yay, Shiana. And you know what I love, Dad? I love that Trey Colson was watching the race, the trainer, the sprint. It's not a race, the trainer. And Shiana came third. And it was so nice that Trey Colson congratulated Tracy, who activated that bird. Said, congratulations, Tracy, way to go. Very good sportsmanship. He didn't activate, but Tracy did, and she won the money, and he was very gracious about congratulating her, and that's awesome.
Very nice, yes. She has faith in the bird.
100%. So Mike Vandriak says, nice to see an auction bird on the podium. Absolutely. We've had some really great auction birds that have really come through. That's
she
fantastic.
May have bruised when she hit the board.
Okay, so you got your second place next up. This is the MVRPC bird. This is Big Joe Muffra.
Now this is a discussion right here. This is from Island Paradise Loft, second place today, winning 1,000 and change for Kristen Marshman, who activated. Big Joe Muffra, Island Paradise Loft. This bird was on the road for a bit, Ryan. This was a surpriser. Although he nailed it yesterday. He was first yesterday.
Okay, so this pigeon, when we had the first, we call it the first Tobamori from 25 miles.
Yeah, I remember that.
This pigeon was on the red team, and it just went off the map. But it came back about a week, not a week and a half ago, about a week ago. And it came back just about the way it feels today. But the difference is from now until it came back, I got it back to she started to, when she got the goodness
Right.
back into her, she exploded. And I gave her two 25-milers.
Mm-hmm.
The first 25-miler,
Mm-hmm.
she was about 4 minutes off the pace.
Right.
The second one, she was first in the clock. Okay? Okay,
Yeah.
she has a bruise on her right here. And this is an old bruise because I can see it's gone yellow.
Right.
So she bruised herself when she was gone. There she is in the darkening. She's up on, what is that? She's kicked 2 flights.
She's on her 4th flight, isn't
No, right here. She kicked 2.
she? Yeah.
Kicked 2, so right there.
She's 1, 2, 3. She's
No.
going to be on her 4th.
No way. These are old flights. Get your glasses on, boy. Those, look, she's kicked these 2.
Right.
That's all she's kicked. Look at the height difference. See the height difference in the flight?
Yeah. Oh, okay, 2.
Yeah, she's
On
kicked 2.
one wing, she kicked 3.
No, this flight, she's only kicked 2. Look. Well, when you handle her, you'll count. It's easier when you hold her. But she's rippling again. She's ripping right out of her chest. She's beautiful buoyancy. She's real sharp looking. She's keen. She got fight in her. And you know what? She got back on the wagon, and now she's riding. I'll let you handle her.
She learned something when she was away, when she was lost.
She's a little bit better put together, a little bit better.
She's a lot more
Buoyant
than the other one. The other one's more carcassy.
A little more lead to the potato.
Yeah.
Not as long of a pigeon. This one's a shorter cast pigeon.
We have the breeder of Shiana on the line, Bill Vulgaris. Nice to see you on, friend. He says Shiana is very young. He shipped her at 32 days.
Yes, he
By the
did.
way, Bill Vulgaris is from Winnipeg, so his birds have to come obviously by airplane. Congratulations, Bill. Shiana kicked some butt today, 3rd place. Well done.
So you're handling it. How does it feel to you? The bird, I've had it here about a week and a half, 2 weeks.
Very nice. Yeah.
Brought it right back. And I'll tell you, the bird, look at the skin. Look underneath. Cleaned her right out.
She's got a great vibration, too.
Yeah. This is a
I
nice
can
pigeon.
feel the vibration in her.
And this is one of these pigeons that could have just made that super mistake that she needed it.
Yeah.
She needed it.
Yeah, she's very nice.
She's very, very nice. Neil, you should be very, very proud. I haven't seen Neil on in a while. It's too bad, but
You know why?
There she is.
He's got his own. I
shitstorm.
figured it out now. We haven't seen Neil on because he's taken in a few birds for his own little one lot. Look at that. Irish
but
people don't come for us.
she's got her right. Beautiful wing. You know what? She made her mistake. But what I like is, boy, the skin is clean. It's smooth. You know what I love? I love it, eh? When you handle a pigeon and you feel in here and the feathers are so soft. It's perfect. They're almost like it's like baby powder. When you put your hands in baby. This pigeon, look. How's the back? How's the back?
Perfect.
What would Ado say about the back?
Very nice.
You know what he would say?
Very nice.
He would have to stretch the legs.
Right.
Yeah, we're not doing that on the show. Mike
There's all
Vandriak,
kinds
Big Joe Makara. Is it Makara? I thought it was Mafra. Was in the sick bay earlier on. Right? He was too. Tough bird. Look at that.
There you go. So there's your second place, and congratulations to Neil and to Chrissy. She got a broken flight. I'm not going to bother with that.
No, I know that.
But yeah, you've seen it.
Mhm.
Very, very nice pigeon in great condition. Good luck, Neil. Good luck to Chrissy going forward. I'll get the first place now, Leah.
We will take a look now at first place today. And then I think, Dad, you have your favorites from today, or you're going to show some birds?
No, I never got around to it.
No.
I got busy. Never got around to it.
Well, maybe when Dad's showing, or when Ryan's showing a bird, maybe you want to go and get something. I know everybody looks forward to your Ricky show and tell.
Well, it's just too much to show, Leah.
Maybe you can show one of the flying bitches. By the way, Loft Manager Richard will be flying a team for the flying bitches on the regular Pioneer Combine.
Here we go. Here's first place today. I call her. She's Elaranta. I think I should call her the pig because she wins a lot of money. She's a money-making machine.
I see she's got a real nice wing on her. I don't even have to handle it.
And she's, before we show her, well, I'm going to show her here now. There's Elaranta. She's got in the sprint series, she's got a first, she's got a second, and she's got a third.
Really?
A very, very special pigeon this is.
Oh.
She's, you know what? She's ugly beautiful. She's got that snipey, fast looking.
And for her age, she's got a fairly large wattle. Unbelievable.
James says, go get them, Ricky. You better go in the loft and find something to show.
Oh, so you want one
of
the
look at this. You get a tip.
There you go.
Oh.
That's the fourth or fifth flight.
Yeah,
that's a gift from the Pioneer One Loft birds to you, Ricky.
Did she kick the other one on the other wing?
She's on the elbow.
You can see it's coming up.
Yeah, she's almost ready to go. It'll be gone by the morning.
On her fourth?
Kicking 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, she'll be moving up now. But there she goes.
That is our $1,800 winner from today. I think this bird here has won well over $3,000 so far in winnings.
In sprints.
In sprints and graduations for the Van Troba family. I mean, I'm a war paint kind of girl. I mean, I do see she's got a little bit of the white there, but
Hey, so this bird for that family.
But hold on, I'm going to show this because I'm not a liar.
Yeah,
there you go, one feather out in the tail.
She's dropping her tail feathers.
But I'll let you handle her. I think out of the three,
right?
Close your eyes for a second, and I'm going to tell you which one you're going to pick. I think.
Okay, so I got to handle this one first.
Oh, well, I know which one I think you're going to pick.
So you want me to close my eyes?
Close your eyes. Do you pick the first bird you handled, the second bird, or the third?
I'd say the second bird. This one's short in keel, fairly short.
Okay.
The vents are strong, but they're a little bit open. The second bird is more buoyant.
Mm-hmm.
Tight vents. Keel is nice and long.
Mm-hmm.
The first bird you gave me, the mealy, it's a bit carcassy.
Okay. So there you go. I told the audience what you would pick while your eyes were shut.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I did. And Leah, was I right?
Yes, you were right.
I was right. Now, this is an awesome pigeon. It is nice. And I'm not, Cam, we're not coming after you and saying, hey, look, the difference between this pigeon...
Well, this pigeon's done 3 times in
the money. So this is a better pigeon.
First, second, and first.
First, second, and third.
Oh, wow.
And you know what? It's won some graduations. It's an awesome pigeon.
First, second, and first, I said.
Would you... First, second, and third. Can I ask you a question?
Well, I got a hair lip.
Can I ask you a question? You having fun?
First sound like third.
Isn't it not those super nice pigeon?
She's got a gorgeous wing. When I seen the wing, I could see it right from there.
Yeah.
You didn't even have to open.
Beautiful wing, good pigmentation. I don't like though. She's up here in the where she is.
She's getting up there.
She's getting where she's going to get sore.
Now,
so this pigeon might.
I'm just going to interject here and ask a question from Henry, since we're talking about the flights. Henry asks, how long does it take for a feather to grow out?
As they get out, the flights, it takes longer to bring the flight in as they get out. So you got your first flight dropped. They seem to come in faster than the ones that are at the end. You know what I mean? So it'll take...
Yeah, you're right.
It'll take about maybe 2 weeks, 2 weeks to get that first flight back in. But by the time you get up to your 8th, 9th, and 10th flight, you're going to be longer. It's a little bit longer. And I think it has to do with the stress when the bird pulls. That's right.
The work.
Yeah. And
it's harder work.
If you send a bird on its 8th, 9th, 10th flight on a blood quill, and it has to do a lot of work in headwind and flight distance, a lot of times those quills get damaged.
We have the man himself on the line, Cam Van Troba, today's big winner. Let's show Elaranta again, Ryan. Make sure that Cam's able to see her. Over towards Dad, please.
Here she is. Look at it. Tight in the back. She's very, very tight. And I love when I feel all these birds. I can feel the warmth in them. Real nice and warm. There's her wing. She's not the best spot in the wing going forward here. But Cam, at about 3,000 now, you're doing good. It's okay.
I think you got one sprint left next week.
No, this week. Wednesday.
This week, yeah.
She's going to be great for that. She'll be even in the wing. She looks fantastic. I'll tell you, she's a little bit of I'd say a bigger hen.
Well, I'm saying
she looks to be a bigger hen just from the camera, just from what I've seen of hens. She looks to be a bigger hen.
Her waddle at her age is already quite large.
She's one pintail, and somebody asked about flying birds, tail feathers. I will show this.
Oh,
there she is. She's got the one. She got the one tail feather that's coming in. But I'll say the muscle around the barrel is nice. She's got 2 fingers keeled to the vent.
Go out and grab one of Leah's flying bitches that I raised for her.
Here,
Thank you.
Put this one back in the basket. Remember, take your earmuffs off, eh? I don't want you to drag this show outside. Hey, Ricky, by the way,
I'm just going to ask.
If I fall off the ladder, I could hang myself with this cord, right?
Ricky's going to grab one of my flying bitches.
This hen's going to need a small cock.
Hold on.
One day.
Hold on. Can I just say something? What? You handled all 3 winners at Beachy today.
They're super.
Thanks, Ricky. And by the way, while you're going out, make me a drink.
Cam, question for you if you were on the line. What are the lineage? What's the pedigree on Eloranta? Just briefly. Are they your own? Are they from somebody else? Let us know what the lineage or the pedigree is on Eloranta if you're watching. Bill Vargaris says she looks good, Cam. She sure does. What a superstar she has been in this sprint series. She's really dominated. She's kind of like our Dart from last year. Remember Dart?
Well, the difference between this pigeon and Dart was a pigeon at loft flying and in 2 miles. Great. This pigeon is showing after making a mistake, she'll fire again. And she comes back. And she's a lot like Karen. I think she was she came back on last Monday's toss. She came second day, midday of the second day. She's right up there. Come right back. Body come right back. Everything come right back. She gets back on the bus. Bang, she hits again. Bang, she hits again. She's showing it's okay. I made a mistake. I fixed it. I'm adjusting. Great. But the difference between Pioneer One Loft, if I was going to fly this pigeon 9 weeks, this pigeon, Karen, the Mountain, there's a group of them. I say buy them every week. You're going to win. You're going to win. You're going to win. The difference here is on Saturday, we got 10, 15, 20 lofts we're letting out with. Now we're going to ask Eloranta, Karen, El Santo, what are you doing?
Sure.
Because what we see now isn't what we're going to have on race 1.
Sure. Exactly, guys. And I saw it last year. What we have at the beginning is not who's going to hit, or might not be. I'm not going to say is not. Might not be who hits throughout the 9 weeks of racing, which we saw last year. We're going to see if history repeats itself from last year. We will find out. Cam says, and this makes me very happy, the pedigree of Eloranta. Pedigree grandpa is Emile Denny. Well, could I have guessed anything else? Round of applause. Emile Denny, of course. The legend himself. Round of applause. Grandpa is Emile Denny from your auction, Dan Gregorek bought. And mother's side is Hen, 2013. Grandsire, both sides are Gulf Coast winners.
Smart pigeons. Good pigeons. Good all around. You know what it says? The background says winners. And there it is. And you know, I said to Cam today, it was the first time I called him. I congratulated him. I mean, hey, you've won all 3 spots. I called you, congratulated him. He was happy. He said, "Oh, I got new windows today. Oh, that's good." But you know, I don't know where he's going to be on the first race. He's got one more sprint. He's probably, I'm going to say, he's the favorite going into the next sprint, guys. Will he be a top 3 pigeon? More than likely. I don't know. Let's see if he can do it. But after that, it's a whole new bag of potatoes. Hold on, Ricky. Just don't talk
Yeah,
yet. Just
just
settle
hang on
down.
1 second. Mike Vanderyak,
Those are
Dart
questions.
flew all 8 races last year, up to 300 miles. Let's not draw any conclusions yet. I'm not drawing conclusions at all. I'm saying let's wait and see what happens.
Hold
Let's
on.
see if history
Hold
repeats
on.
itself. Wait a minute. Dart was a fantastic flyer. He
Hold on.
completed all of the
Wait,
races
wait, wait,
last year.
wait,
Any
wait.
bird that has even made it up to this point deserves a freaking medal because this has been a tough training. You know, Ryan
Hold
is
on.
very tough. I don't discredit Dart or anybody else who finishes or even goes through this. I don't discredit any of them.
Hold
Please
on.
don't take that personally.
Oh, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on. I'm the trainer here, eh? If you're going to ask me, Mike, at this point today, I'll let Ricky put the ice in. You're going to ask me today, am I picking Dart or Eloranta? In 1 second, actually, after the first time that the bird won the sprint, I pick Eloranta. Why? The bird can finish at 25 miles. It can finish at 50 miles. It can finish at 80 miles. Dart never finished those once in the big dollars. And you know what? Dart never finished once in the big dollars in any of the other races. So Eloranta right now is on the chart of going to the top. And Dart, that's a great pigeon. I like the pigeon. I like all the pigeons. But this is going a different way. You want me to go pound for pound, pigeon for pigeon? I'll say right now, I give you Eloranta. I'll take $2,000 on Eloranta.
And by the way, participants, if you have birds in the race, they're still in the race. They complete all 9 races. We will be having a Pioneer auction at the end of the season for anybody who wants to sell. Whoever auction off, not sell, auction off whoever finishes. We will be doing a Pioneer All-Star auction at the end of the season. Can you let Dad know we are on the air? I'm
Yeah, we're
sure
on the
he doesn't
camera,
really
so stop
care,
with the
but
dogs.
yeah, we are on the air.
It's ignorant.
Moving on. Stephen has a question.
Hmm?
Where is your question, Stephen? Question. Ricky, I'm glad you mentioned that birds waddle. When I had pigeons, it was HVR and scions. They all had large waddles and that distinctive eye sear.
Yep.
Care you to
Yep.
talk about how that has changed?
Okay, so could you do me a favor? You're gonna hand me this bird. This is one of the flying bitches.
Right.
Could you go and get me Blueface?
Mm-hmm.
Just for this
Well, here,
gentleman.
let's have a little discussion
Right.
here about this bird.
Okay, so this is one off the flying bitches. Now we're gonna get back to your comment about the large walls. I think, I guess because I'm younger.
Sorry. Yeah.
About
Well, let's get personal. Stephen, how old are you? No, I'm just kidding.
No,
I'm
no,
kidding.
well, no, but
I'm kidding.
I'm saying the modern day breeds a lot. You don't see the large wattles and the big thick sears. We see the big sears on our Van Reets and the wall. I always like a large sear. It takes time to develop in. You start to see it at a younger age. You're starting. I just think the pigeons are getting more and more streamlined. And you talk to Frank. We talked to Frank Eichhorn. He comes over and he always says to us, he'll handle the one lot birds or he handles your birds, and he goes, "Man, these birds are getting so small.
Right. So I don't want to get off the subject because I don't want this bird to crap my hands. I'd sooner have him crap in your hands than in my hands. This is a bird that I bred special for Leah for the flying bitches. This bird is half Icelandic white, which I'm quite proud of. I've had for years, and Van Riet, Dean Pallet Van Riet. This is a young cock, and just show the people.
Oh,
The bird.
He's crazy on the board. He's got Van Reed on the board. When I see him, he acts crazy.
Right. He's very. He's a young guy.
Oh my goodness, look at that. Look at him.
Yeah.
It's a flying bitch
Show
right
the
there,
people
guys.
the back.
Hold
Look
on, let me
at
just
him.
get him adjusted. I just want to move my drink over.
Mm-hmm.
That
He
makes
did
me
the
happy.
80 miler.
One pintail. He's got full of fight.
Fight.
Again. Lot of feather there, a little dark. It's
Yeah.
okay. He's nice. Beautiful wing on him.
Has not kicked a flight yet.
Not one.
Not one.
He got a real snap to him. He bounces on the board.
How do you like his feather?
He just crapped in my hand.
There you go.
You're right.
Winner, winner.
Look.
Where's the bell? Hold on. Winner, winner. Well done.
Got a napkin here for you.
Ricky's
Name
gonna get
him
me a napkin.
Leah. Now, you know what, Mike?
Here,
that's
wipe it
not,
on my
that's
shirt.
not, that's not bitchy enough. We need to get a little bitchier than Leah.
That's why I was holding that bird. I just couldn't.
You
take
knew.
a chance.
You're an asshole, boy.
Is that a cock? Is that a cock?
That's a cock.
Yeah, this is a young cock. How do you
Oh, we're
find
gonna
the feather?
call him Bruce. We're gonna call him
Very
Bruce.
silky.
Well, how's the feather? The feather's a 12 out of 10.
Yeah.
He's strong. He's got great muscle. The
Yeah.
barrel's nice.
Tight
He's
vents.
compacted. I see him on the board.
He's got a bit of a fight to him too. And
You know what? This is a grizzle that I would like to fly. This is the way.
and he's just a young guy. He's just starting to mature.
He's got that caught eye,
Mike
that
says
fish
no.
eye.
I mean for you to give him a name. I'm gonna call him Bruce. That's Bruce.
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 That call him No
the,
Tooth.
the baddest bitch in town. I'm gonna call him Bruce. What a beautiful pigeon. Thank you, Dad.
Yeah, he is very nice. Very, very nice.
He's nice. Got a lot of fight.
Yeah.
And again, guys, we joke. I beat Ricky the last 2 times out. I'm not worried about beating him the first 5 weeks. It's the
No.
last 4.
Well, what I look at is it's like the Toronto Maple Leafs against the Montreal Canadiens. You know.
Here.
Cam would like you to show the wing on Bruce one more time. So if you're wondering what this is, my dad raised me. How many do you have on my team, Dad? 20?
Probably around 20, 21.
So I said to him, I want to fly the flying bitches on the Pioneer Combine. Pick me 20. But the one requisite is they must be whites or war paint only. No blue
Yeah,
bars and
that's
no
it.
checkers. It was pure white
That's right.
or war paint only. And I'd say you did pretty good here with Bruce.
This guy here, he's
a looker.
he's going to be all right.
He's gonna be a nice pigeon. Good job.
I think
That's
so.
a nice bird.
Do you want to see the mother of him?
No, not really. Because you want to bring her out because she's a frill. But I don't want to see a white frill, Ricky.
Well,
Blue
let the people
face,
see
blue
a nice
face.
little pigeon.
They want to see blue face. They want to. Wait, Ricky. Hey, by the way,
Blue face.
By the way. That's 2 for me now, eh? 2
Glenn
in
says,
0.
sort of the same head as your auction
Hey,
bird,
exhibition
Calamar.
games don't count.
Sort of.
Yeah. And
Mike Vanderyak, are any straight Icelandics on LMR's young bird race team? Do the bitches
Yep.
have any pure whites?
Yep.
Yeah, I said, yeah, of course.
I will
Hell
say,
yeah.
you know what? Last year with those Icelandics, he's very proud of them. And they're, you know what? They're not all nice. But he finds the ones at the end of the year. And they'll be those pigeons that are about 10 minutes off our first bird. Or move up, move back, move up. We haven't had that super dominating one, but he's got them. And it's great. He pushes them fearlessly. He doesn't look at a white pigeon.
He's literally such a
He
great,
goes.
I know he's my dad, whatever, tooting his own horn. He is the most relaxed, chill handler, breeder I've ever seen. He's just like willing, like, oh, okay, whatever. And the birds that come out of his loft are like freaking weapon. Like they're just beautiful.
And I'll tell you, if he puts 7 Icelandics in a loft of 200 or 100, he's got 5 left, and he'll laugh at me. We'll sit there and we'll be into the sauce, a couple drinks, and he'll go, hey boy, and I go, what? We spent a whole lot of money, didn't we? Yeah. He goes, I still got 5 of those Icelandics, and well, look how many we've lost, eh? Pound for pound, the Iceland,
Like he doesn't get wound up about anything, about a bad toss or losses or sickness. He's just like, it is what it is. This is pigeon racing. That's what it is.
Do you want a secret?
And he's so lax, and whereas you are like high octane, like just top of the charts. And he's so chill.
Ready for this one? You remember the other day we did the 7:30 release with him? at night. Remember, Leah?
Yes, yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
He was down 36 pigeons that didn't come in the dark. He was down. Didn't have his clock on. He goes, I'm down about 30 to 35, whatever. He got out of bed in the morning. I'm down 35. He said, no big deal. Okay, that's good. Now remember, 2 days before that, we were down half the pigeons.
Like literally killing. Like we were at each other's throats when we had the mass exodus. Ryan and I were like, we couldn't even fathom, like, what is going on? I don't understand.
No.
What have you been doing? I don't get it. Dad's like, don't worry about it. It is what it is. We're good. It's all right. It is what it is.
Now, here's the best part. He wakes up in the morning, comes downstairs. He looks at the board and he goes like this. Watch this. Ready? Watch.
I know.
And I go, what are you talking about,
know.
I came down the stairs a little after him. He goes, all 35 on the roof.
I know. He
goes,
called
you know
me.
what?
He called me as well. He's like, oh, yeah, 8 o'clock this morning. I went outside. There were 35 of them on the roof ready to come in from the night before. I'm just like, I want to kill you. Are you kidding?
But again, where do I get it from? He flies without an ounce of fear. I don't fly with any fear, but when you're on a show, it's a bit different. I'm not really afraid of any of you. You can all come after me. You can all tar and feather me. It's just, I'm telling you, you guys haven't seen Night Training. If you want to see it, I'll show it to you.
Yeah, we're not going to show right now. Okay, let me get to we've got some comments and questions here. Hold on. Somebody was asking about Icelandics. Where is the question? Where's the question? Are Montreal Canadiens a team with the toilet seat logo? Probably, Henry.
Yeah.
Bill Vulgaris, what are the Icelandics? And then David says, do you always like to see the last 3 flights to be the same length?
I like it. It turns me on.
Okay, let's first question. What are Icelandics?
I'm not. This is a family he's had for so long, and sometimes I think he gives me the gears on it, or he'll add to it. But it's just a family of pigeons.
The Icelandics. Should we tell the backstory of the Icelandics?
No, well, I'm not going to get into it.
The Icelandics. I'll say the story of the.
Hold on. How about we do this? How about we do this?
Wait a minute.
Hold on.
I was getting married, and loft manager Richard. I said,
no.
Can you
Hold
just
on,
be quiet?
Leah. I want you to stay in your lane. This is what we're going to do. You want good story time? Loft manager Richard, when he comes in, because he's getting the frilled hen, I can feel it in him. We're going to let him say it because it's his. This is his moment, okay? Let's stay in our lane. Yes, he did the Icelandics right your wedding, and that was great. Good.
And he went out and sourced the best whites.
No, that wasn't true.
That he could find. And they came from Iceland.
No, what, Leah, he was really pulling your leg on that one.
That's what he told me.
Oh, shit, Leah. God, he must love you. No, he'll tell you the story of Icelandic whites. And you know what's great? When you hear it, it will just ground you into the ground of how he did it. Now, remember one thing.
The great part about the Icelandics is
they're here to win.
They're still here, but my marriage didn't work out.
It's over. Well. Oh, no. So anyways, no, getting back, he'll give you the real story on them.
No, but that's the fun part, right? Like, he still has 5 million Icelandic whites that he initially raised for.
No, and this is the whole thing. When you hear it, you'll know it. But Leah, when he tells you, sit back, relax, and enjoy, because reality was what he told you was very cute to build it up.
He literally told me he went out and sourced the best whites he could find for my wedding, which were from Iceland. And so I thought, like, I don't know, what's the story? I've been lied to.
You were lied to. So, Dad, we had someone ask,
Right.
And you told Leah when she got married that you went out and sourced the best white you could find from Iceland, which was a bullshit. And I want you to tell Leah the actual real story of Icelandic.
Am I going to need a drink
Now
for this one?
well, you
Am
know
I
how
going to need
Ricky is with those
therapy for
long-winded
this one?
stories. Now he brought the mother in because I know my dad better. I don't probably know him a little better than even Leah. He went out there. You asked for Blueface, right? And he brought his best white hen from last year's young bird season. She's a sparrow. A little bit of a frill on her. I think maybe she got one black flight in her or something.
Where the hell did they come from? I was at my wedding telling everybody that my father bred the best whites from Iceland he could find to release at my wedding. Now I find out I don't even know. I need therapy.
Because you got to understand, Leah, Dad lied to you about the wedding.
She's a beautiful hen.
So, Dad, I want you to go back in time.
Okay.
And I want you to tell the people, in reality, what about the Icelandic white?
Icelandic whites in
1994.
61.
61. Okay, so go back. So take us
maybe you had some whites before that. Jesus.
No, Leah, just listen to the story and be quiet. Stay in your lane.
Or do you want to just buy my book?
Ricardo Montalban.
But
she shit in my hand. Son of a bitch.
There.
It's okay.
Where is it? Where's the damn bell?
Okay. Look, I'm not lying. Shit happens. Okay, so go ahead. 1961. How did you get these?
My grandfather brought them to me.
From where?
From Europe.
Right.
From Iceland, actually.
Okay. Because he was a shipman. He was a
captain of a ship. And if you want to do some research.
Well, that's where I got the Iceland from.
Yeah, right. Icelandic whites. And he had them on the ship, brought them to me as, I was a little boy at that time. I wasn't.
You were nothing like you were now.
8 years old, yeah. And this is where I started off with these things.
And you've had them ever since, and you've worked them.
I have introduced the odd bird.
Right.
As you feel, this bird feels very inbred. Show the frill.
Yeah, this one's a frill, I've seen you starting to get more and more of the frill.
Yeah.
See the frill. What a hen! What a hen!
Very nice little.
Very
like
nice
Troy
hen.
says, remember, 99% of the show is true and 1% is not true. Well, apparently, I've been lied to since the day of my wedding. I mean, at the time, I wasn't into pigeons. I wasn't helping Ryan. I wasn't into the auctions.
You pulled the wrong flight.
I just said, Dad, as a tribute to your pigeon keeping, I would like to have white pigeons released at my wedding. And all he said was, all right, I can get you right from Iceland. And I was like, all right, you go.
Oh, right from Iceland.
No, she's a beautiful
hen. Leah. Boy, oh boy, you got buffaloed on that one.
I got buffaloed in more ways than one.
Her husband was a blue-pied cock. Van Riet cock. Blue-pied.
This one?
Yeah.
So there's a little Van Riet in this one now.
No, not this one. This is
the other one. This is pure Icelandic.
The young cock over there.
But I'll tell you, what a sparrow. This was a real good bird for you last year.
Yeah, that one worked.
Always within 10.
What did you do? You pulled
I hit an extra flight.
Yeah, so can we have a look at that wing there? And let's have a look at the camera, because I would like to, no, the other one.
I can't do it because I pulled the double flight out. I can.
No, but I that's what I want to talk about.
Well, that was my pull out. I fucked it
So
up.
I want to talk about what's going on. Well, for the new people who don't know, what's going on there?
So this bird had a broken flight here. There was the broken flight. I pulled it out, and by accident, I grabbed the other one as well.
You actually hurt my bird.
I hurt your bird. She's grunting. You can tell. She's hurt.
Yeah.
So if you have a wing like this, you don't send it.
Notice those last 3 flights, how they line right up?
Yeah, they're lining pretty good.
Very nice.
She's a real nice
She's not a big bird. I put her to a bigger cock.
She's a real sparrowy hen.
Yeah, look at her flat head, because she's inbred.
And she got that little bit of a frill.
I'd say she's not the prettiest white I've ever seen.
She looks a bit.
She's got this smutty little bit of brown on her.
Snipey.
She's a bit snipey. Yes.
Yeah. But I put her to
Is she molting? What's going on there with the front? She's a frill? What's going? Oh,
she's got a frill.
She just kicked that
She
flight.
just kicked one?
She kicked one in my hands.
Oh, if you're squeezing them, they always do that.
Yeah, she's got that little. She's got the frill. She's got the.
Squeeze your own birds. Don't squeeze mine, please.
Hold on.
Yeah, she's got a frill.
Real
She's
intelligent.
very inbred. I got a lot of frills.
Throat's perfect on her. Perfect. She's not puffing. The slit's shut. Throat's set back.
Even though when you squeeze her, they always crap in your hands.
Mike Vandriak, is that the mother of Bruce? Who is that?
That's the mother of Bruce.
That is, yes, the mother of Bruce.
So you want me to
Blueface. We want the audience wants Blueface.
What do you want to see about Blueface?
Just bring goddamn Blueface.
His blue face, maybe?
Want to see his blue
How
face?
about that? We want to see his blue
Waddle in
face.
the sear.
His waddle. I got the red cock from Dean Pellet. You want to see big waddles?
Yeah, bring the big dog.
Oh, I like the big waddles.
Bring Blueface in the big wall. Do 2 for 1.
You do anything to get me off the show.
Listen, you know what a lot of people have been saying since you've been on the show?
You pay me for so much. Now you're trying to get me off.
We don't like you on here. And by the way, guys, anybody looking for a good set of oven mitts? Don't buy the stuff at Walmart.
The moral of the story with the Icelandic whites, they last longer than some people's marriages. That's all I'm going to say about that.
And remember one other thing. Ricky buffaloed you on that one.
He buffaloed me. It's okay.
Occasionally,
fathers have to lie to their daughters. I admit I was a bit of a bridezilla back then. And I was just like, I want the best whites ever for my wedding. It's going to be the best day ever. Must be the best. And now we have a multitude of whites from Iceland. Ryan, how about you talk about the Pickbird series? I'll be right back. I got to get a Pepsi refill.
Hi guys. I'm Ryan from the Pioneer Racing Pigeon Club and the Pioneer One Loft Race Hybrid. I recommend that you participate in our Pickbird series. Not only is it fun, exhilarating, but it's an opportunity for you to win some money. That's the truth. Each bird has 5 shares. You buy a share, you can buy 1 share, you can buy 2 shares, you can buy 3 shares, 4 shares, 5 shares. Buy all 5 shares, you own the bird outright for that rate. What are we doing here? He's got to run around with the flashlight. 5 shares. I'm probably going to have to let the dog out. Give me a second on this. Hold on, guys. I'm going to let this dog out because Dad had to be done with the flashlight.
And I'm back.
Get outside.
Maybe they are the best whites ever. I think they are.
I'm gonna tell you, if you're gonna fly whites to 500 miles, those will come. They'll come. The Pickbird series is great. 5 shares per pigeon. Simple. If the bird on the Pickbird race is not the first bird in the clock, first bird of the day at the Pioneer Loft, you win 50% of the pot. Pot carries over to the next race. So that means if 5 of you own the shares, or 2 of you, or 1 of you, it gets divided up. Leah, are you with us? There it is. There. Look at the advert.
I am. If you guys have questions about this Pickbird series, same as last year, pretty much. A few differences, but nothing major, right, Ryan?
No, we're just carrying over. The bird has to be the first bird in the loft of the day to win the entire pot. And like we said, we've got 43 birds. If all the shares sell, if you guys all participate, the pot will be around $4,000 to $5,000.
We're hoping.
Yeah, you guys got to participate to make it work. Look at the Sprint Series. You participate, you make it work. If you don't participate, well, there'll be no money. It's down to you guys. It's not up to us.
Yeah, this only is good if you guys make it good, which means you guys go and pick birds. I mean, $25. I'm sure people spend that on, can you please not do that in the camera because it's extremely disgusting? Thanks. It's going to be as good as we make it.
Maybe even better.
The Pickbird pot will be smaller with 5 picks. Why did we do 5 picks? That's a good question. Why did we decide 5 picks instead of 3?
I don't know.
Because last year we had people who wanted to pick and they were sold out. So we're trying to grow the sport, expand the sport, and get as many people involved and excited about pigeon racing as possible. That's why we upped it from 3 picks to 5 picks.
Right.
Because I get constantly people messaging us like, I want to get involved. How do I get involved? How do I pick? Are there anybody else available for activation? I'm trying to appease everybody.
And the same thing is, if you had 120 birds or 150 birds, 5 picks, there's even more money in the pot, right? We got 43 birds. We're giving everybody 5 picks. We got to get rich here. It's a $25 pick. Pick one, pick two, pick all 5 picks.
And I think also maybe owners might be a little bit out of joint because I opened it up to everybody right off the hop. Why did we do that? We did that because we wanted open.
I'm sick of it. Why do we gotta have things closed? You want your bird? Go out there and pick it. Follow the game. Follow what we're doing. Learn how to use the website. Learn how to pick your pick birds. Learn it. You care about it. Learn about it. That's it. I'm not doing the work for people. Could you pick my pick bird? Oops, I forgot. You know what? I was in the toilet. I forgot to pick your pick bird. Now I'm an asshole. I'm not an asshole. You're grown adults. Figure out. And if you can't figure it out, find a 6-year-old. They will do it for you. A 6-year-old will do it.
Okay, who do we have here? And then we're gonna
make me a drink.
Wrap this up.
Oh, well, this is the son of the marathon man. He's gonna probably shit on me too. The way you're going. Well, for people who like big wattles. Well, there you go.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. How old is this handsome fellow?
He's a 2008. That's a direct son of the marathon man. He was he should have been the Hearst Open winner. He topped the combine that day in 2008 from Hearst. This guy's father did.
What a beautiful pigeon.
He's got probably one of the nicest eyesight I've seen. He vibrates.
Still at this age.
At this age, he feels a bit old in the hands. Very strong pigeon.
Again, last year I got 3 rounds of young ones out of him, and this year again 3 rounds for his age.
This is a direct Dean, right from Dean Patlett's Staff Van Reets down from the Voss Whittacock. That's the old Staff Van Reets. This has got the Daniel in it. And there you see him. Got the big wattle, the big. Again, that comes with age, right? The big cedars on them.
And that's my question as a newbie. Maybe people don't know. Why does that happen to their wattles? What is that, and why does it happen?
So the wattle is supposed to be a windshield for the birds. It deflects wind off the eyes.
And as they get older, they
for some reason it gets big, larger.
Now hens do that as well, or is it only cocks?
Mostly cocks.
Mostly cocks.
Some hens a little bit. But cockbirds seem to have it more. It's kind of like old people. You ever notice their ears and their nose get bigger?
Well, I don't know, Dad. Come on close up to the camera. Let's look.
Are you saying my ears are getting big?
No,
I was actually going to buy you.
That's why I'm letting my hair grow.
Troy says, Richard, I love that red. James says, beautiful. What a beautiful pigeon. Wow.
Well, there you go. We just thought we'd show you them. But you know what? For his age,
look how nice his back is.
Yeah. No, this isn't Blueface. This is related to Blue.
I don't know. His head looks a little bit blue.
One more crap in the hands, and you're gonna be. You didn't make me a drink,
What do you want? Pepsi and ice again?
Yeah, Pepsi and ice. No, but it was so.
Steven says on YouTube now, that's a pigeon. Yeah, what a beautiful. I love it when they get older. Bring Blueface.
Yes,
Why
sir.
not?
Yes, sir.
This is a Pioneer
Grab
marathon.
Would you like an order of fries with gravy?
Just go and don't put the flashlight on because you get the dogs all screwed up, and then I got to
Can't see in
babysit
the
for it.
loft, buddy.
Walk down to the loft with the light up.
Frank says, looks like cauliflower. It does sort of look like cauliflower. So that's so they can, what did Dad say? They can reflect the wind?
It's like a windshield.
Amazing.
And you see it less and less and less. You see it less. I think it's the old family breeding out. They're breeding out from it. Not breeding
So
out,
what
but
do
the
you
old
mean by
families.
you see it less?
Well, you just don't see it as much. You just don't. You don't see it as much
As the
with families
pigeons
of
get
birds.
older with the new breeds, you don't see
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
warty,
The
I don't
big
know what you want to
waddling.
call it. Cauliflower
Yeah.
waddle. Let's call it that.
Yeah. Cauliflower wall. That's right. You know, the Russell de Box. Every one of them had it, and like you said, the Huskin Van Riels or the Bouchards. Wow, the Bouchards. They were so big. The waddle was as big as the head. Sometimes you see it, but
Why do you think that is? Inbreeding or?
yeah, concentrating the breeding of the family. You know what? I would have to say that is. If you
Oh,
didn't like it and you bred to get rid of it, right?
right.
You eventually could breed it out.
David Tracy has a great question. I've heard that the Belgians say if the birds have tusks on the bottom of their beaks, they are almost
There you go.
always good breeders. Do you
Hit
agree?
the damn buzzer! Go, go, go!
Yes, yes, yes. Where's the dinger?
Yes.
Oh yeah!
I will tell you something. I have been in numerous lofts with this tusk theory. Okay? And I lofts maybe you guys wouldn't even know about, but I've been to European lofts. And I go and I look and I handle, and they bring me out birds, or I'll stop it, please. And you're looking, and you say, oh, can I handle that one right there? And it looks real good. You put it in your hand, and it's got the horns, the little tusks. You just say, boy, it's a nice pigeon. Yeah. You want to sell it? No, you don't like that one. Yeah, I'll get you another one. No, I want that one with the tusks. No. Xavier Verstraat. We were looking through his loft, and I said to him, that's the hen I want to handle. And he smiled. He said, why do you like that hen? I said, she looks like $1 million. I put her in my hands. Yeah, I want her. This is the one, for sure. She's a super, one of his very best hens. She said, well, what do you really like about her? I said, I like everything about her. She's a 10, the wing, the muscle, the back, the bottom. And I said, but the one thing that really sold me on her were those nice, big, long horns. And he said, boy, you know your pigeons on that one. That was it.
We saw.
You see very few of them.
But on our question and answer we did with Xavier Verstrata back in our auction season, he brought her out, no?
Yeah, I believe he did. Next time I go there, I'll show you her. She's not going anywhere. I can promise you that. But the horns on the hens, I don't even know. We had a hen with super big horns. She was a good breeder. I don't think we still have her. But this is this bird's half brother, the cock you just seen. We call him Blueface. This is one of my favorites of favorites. He blows the last guy away. This is just a real sentimental.
Does he have the
pigeon to me.
waddle? Oh, look at that.
Get-
Oh, boy.
Ryan, you said sentimental. Better get a Kleenex.
I could get emotional.
Let's talk about this one.
This is Blueface. This is the direct son of Miss San Diego to the Marathon Man, which no more Marathon Man, no more Miss San Diego. This pigeon was the youngest pigeon at the Holiday Cup in San Diego. He was sent there in the middle of August. They raced 300 plus miles, 300 and change miles over the mountains through the desert. Ahmad raced him. He had no head feathers. He was molting. He was different than his mother. He had a bare head. And Ahmad said, why would you send me this bird so late? And I said, well, Miss San Diego, his mother, won it the same way, but she was totally perfect. And this guy here was the last bird on the day. There was only, I think, 28 day birds out of about 300 birds through those mountains. And he won $500. He was a super. To be this young.
James Timothy Walter says 2 thumbs up. What's the year on that cock?
This cock here, I don't even have to look. He's a 2012. His mother was a 2011. She passed away this year. When I handle him, he just runs, boy. He feels like when you're holding a lawnmower, you know, the push mower. Beautiful, strong back, nice, but he's got double faced. He's got this side, it's this way, and well.
Oh, look at that!
A little bit of blue on his face this side. We call him blue face. Perfect throat, perfect body, vents like steel, beautiful wing. Look at the 3 pins at the end, like cherries on a tree, as they'd say. Nice ventilation through those flights. Look at the 3 flights. Look at them. Look at the steps in those wings. As we say, it's the way God intended a pigeon to be. This is one of those pigeons.
What a beautiful.
Bred nice pigeons.
Beautiful cock. Beautiful.
Back on him. He's a bit larger.
He bred a club winner there for Rick Fife. Down from him. But nice pigeon. And again, this is all 100% the old Staff Van Reets from Dean Pallet. I think probably the best Staff Van Reets besides Staff Van Reet himself.
Well, Staff Van Reets, we've got Dean Pallet and Mark Codwell, both super Staff Van Reet breeders. Both breeders that you have bought pigeons from, you and Dad. Yeah.
I think Dean has been probably, it's one guy I'd like to work with. He's got the Yellama birds now. He's a little bit tied in with Pipa, but he wants to work with us. We're trying to get around a few things.
He does want to work with us, but he says that people here don't want the Yellama, right? Something about long distance or...
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I will tell you, that's probably one of the very best pigeon men I've ever met. And if he's watching, Dean, thank you. This guy here was a good memory.
Glenn Thornley, maybe LMR should be part of your Feathers Elite auction this coming year.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I don't
think I could take that.
Glenn, I don't know about that.
Glenn, do you sell hard drugs or soft drugs? What kind of drugs?
Steven says, wow, another great bird. Loft Manager Richard has an entire tickle trunk full of really fantastic pigeons that he has. It's like the tickle trunk, basically, with Loft Manager. He's so humble and so, like, I don't know, like, so easygoing that, yeah. That's why we're afraid of him. He's like the sniper.
Yeah. There's some nice birds. We got some good birds, but you know, it was fun. Before we did the auctions and before we did anything, I had really good success with the Dean Pallet pigeons, and I bought them at the end of the train, as you could say. I bought grandchildren or great grandchildren, and they did really, really well. And I remember messaging and talking to Dean, and I said, Dean, I need more. I need more. And, you know, he stopped, and he said, no more. And I said, well, why? He says, I want you to get some new pigeons now. You need to move up with the times. Keep moving. Move. And, you know, for that there,
so instead of selling you more of his stock, he gave you advice.
Yeah, and I will say...
Mix my stock with some newer up-and-coming or newer hot. Yeah. I mean, does that not say stand-up guy or what?
Yeah, I would say, you know... And I I kept pushing. I called him 4 or 5 times to buy more. And he said, no, I'm not selling you anymore. You're going to go and buy something different. And we talked and talked and talked. And I think that was fantastic. he didn't take the money, right? I could have given him another 25 or 50 or $100,000, and he turned it another place, you know.
So
So
let's just,
that's for Dean.
I'm going to ask you a question. Over the last, let's say, 10 years, how much money have you invested, not with feed and supplies, but in pigeon stock, would you say? Roughly.
A lot. Too much.
You don't want to say.
Well, I could be with one with maybe close to 100.
100.
100. And
Wow.
you want to know the problem is
1,000, not dollars.
Yeah, 100,000. Yeah, and you know the problem is, if you're working hard or you're working and you're trying to do this and that, you can only do so many things, right?
But this is my next question. So in the last 10 years, you've invested $100,000 in stock.
Mm-hmm.
What
Was
have you
all of it
won?
good? No.
What have you won?
I haven't won it out. You could say I've gotten close to clear, and you know the sad part was I watched a bird I partnered on. That was all our bird. Won the California Classic and didn't get a penny out of that. And then the same bird went home and bred the guy the Southern Bell winner. I never got a penny out of that. So I should be out, but I'm not out.
So Troy says a good down payment on a house. Absolutely. $100,000 is a hell of a lot of money to us normal folk. In the last 10 years, have you had a great time?
Well, I've had the greatest ups and the greatest downs. I mean,
Right?
I will tell you something. I will tell you. In 2011, I was in San Diego, and we sent one bird, and it was Miss San Diego, and she was like Alaranta, but even better. She could just do it. She did it when the money was down. She won the high stakes bird. She won everything. And I can remember the bird. I met a guy, Victor Valenzuela, who owned Sherbet, who had won at that point over $1 million in races. And he had some of the very best hens from, I can't remember who the guy was from, top guy, Liam Bors. And he asked me, we went out for dinner that night, and he was there with us, and he said, could I see Miss San Diego? And I gave him to her, and he opened the wing, and her end flights were frayed off. She worked so hard, she'd frayed them in the sun. And he said, boy, this is a super hen. He said, would you sell her? He gave me a number, and I wouldn't sell her. And when the bird won the race, and I watched the bird win the race, and I was flying against Closings and Gannis and this and this and this, and the best guys in California, I never cared about how much money I won. It was about beating the guys, and that's a top race, and beating them. And having the owner of the race say, this is a super pigeon. It was a bird she was just another level.
That fray of the feathers, though, when they fly over that desert.
Oh yeah, they'll fray them.
And they get those
sandstorms,
a couple
whatever.
hundred miles over desert sandstorms. It just beats them right off.
But you'll say, was that bird worth $100,000? 150% it was, because it was a pigeon that it's like what Cam's going through right now. Except she did it on a different course, and she did it all the way through. She won it. She was a bird that won at 1 mile. She was first. She had 7 times first in everything it did. And when it wasn't first, it was in the top 10 pigeons. So she was like a weapon. And when you go there and you're with all these high-end pigeon guys of the U.S. and you watch your bird land and come in and you see it in a group of 6 and you see it go like this onto the board ahead of them all and go in.
First about 3 feet
and
ahead
you've
of them.
bought your loft auction. You've done the $1 to $500 winner take all. And you have guys that have got pigeons that have won $1 million for them, and they want your bird. You go, boy, I've come to a level.
That course is tough. what do they have to fly on that last race? They got to fly from 0 sea level
to 4,000 feet.
To 4,000 feet to the loft. So what we're talking about is 0. The pigeons are constantly flying upgrade, uphill, uphill.
And to top it all off, you see my fingers. There's 4 canyons. There's only one canyon that takes you to San Diego. If you miss it, the other 3 take you into Tijuana, Mexico. And as they say, your bird didn't come today. Tomorrow, if we go to Tijuana, we can go have tacos.
Yeah.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Yeah. And you know, we look on this combine where we're flying downhill. This is a cakewalk.
Yeah, this is
a cakewalk. It's easy.
Yeah.
Uphill is always harder.
We're worried about it. Those birds flying over desert.
And talking about that, I giggle to myself when I post these like 80-mile sprint, and I post the Google map, and I know that our European friends and our friends from Mexico, they see this and they must be thinking, what?
This is a joke.
This is laughable. Like, you guys are making such a big deal out of this, like it's nothing. But this is a course that we have to fly with, and this is what our pigeons have to endure. But I do find it funny. I find it funny.
And again, if you put up the map at any time, from here to 600 miles, put it up anywhere you want in Ontario, your birds will never be dehydrated racing. Never. But when you go to San Diego, you know, birds drink pool water.
Oh my God.
Well, there's no water.
Yes.
Well, like Mo, he's a club member. He flew in
Morocco.
And he said some of those races, they got to fly through mountains. They got to fly across desert. That's the north of Africa.
Yeah.
Through the desert. And he said sandstorms, unbelievable in that desert. There's no water, any water.
It makes San Diego look like a cakewalk.
Mo said, Mo was telling me, they put up, they have some big race at the end.
Yeah.
36,000 birds get liberated. Only 1,000 make it back.
And that's what we're saying. So
wow.
This is what I say. This is why, you know, I'm not knocking it, but we're a bit of a third world, and we're not third world on where we're flying. We're third world on our attitude to flying, our candy ass attitude. This weekend, our Pioneer birds, our combine would have released on Saturday. It was done. I would have released on Sunday.
100%. Yeah.
Now, we didn't have the clocks ready. Shame on us, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Shame. It was my fault. I'll take the blame. This weekend it's calling for rain. You'll be going up there. We're going to have a race. Promise you, we're going to have a race.
One of the days, we're going to have a race. Bill Vulgaris, there are Belgian lofts that only fly Quiverin. That is about 60 miles. Oh, absolutely. I do know that there are sprinters out there that do phenomenally well. I am not discrediting the 80-mile sprint that we did today. I'm not discrediting the birds that fired today at the 80 miles in any way, shape, or form. I think when you're talking about Belgium and you're talking about the 60-mile races, Quiverin or whatever, the competition is huge. 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 You know, you're not talking about 60 birds that are going to Quiverin. You're talking about thousands from the best of the best of the best that the world has. It's a completely different animal.
Listen, and another thing, you know, you go to the Lear Market, all the birds are from Quiverin. They love their little sprints.
Sure.
And all these guys in this little area, that's their Super Bowl. That's their World Cup. That's their Stanley Cup.
Where was it?
And they do it.
You said that they have a sprint, which is 50 or 60 miles.
Oh yeah.
And they liberated 5,000 birds.
Listen, there were 60 kilometers.
Yeah.
In Ireland.
Yeah.
They let out 5,000 pigeons, and a guy on our show that's got a bird here in the sprint series. Thomas. 5,000 pigeons
from 60 kilometers.
60 kilometers. Now hold on.
60 kilometers. 5,000.
5,000. I'm telling you, we're not.
He lives in the center of Dublin. That's like living downtown Toronto.
Or downtown New York.
When they release birds and it's race day in the city of Dublin, which is like the city of Toronto, okay?
Yeah.
There's 5,000 birds flying around the city of Toronto, small city. You see them, and they know where to go, which loft to go to.
Well, yeah,
In a
they know,
very
but
contained area. That's incredible.
and the most incredible thing is, could you imagine saying, I'm going to release 5,000 pigeons about 20 to 40 miles from their loft?
Well, outside of Toronto, 20
It's
miles.
huge.
Yeah.
It's a big.
The town of,
It's amazing.
yeah, York Region or, the greater Toronto area, 5,000 birds, all
Yeah.
going in the greater Toronto area
Yeah.
at
So
65 kilometers.
Right. So it's interesting to see, and you
I
can
just
spend
think
money.
it's different. That's different than what we're doing here because the competition
well,
and the numbers are different.
you talk to, was it Derek Walsh? He flies and he's a champion there. I think the furthest race was what, 160 kilometers or something.
Yeah,
So it's short. It's short.
He likes
Short,
sprints.
that's
He's a
short.
sprinter.
No,
He's a
but
sprinter.
what I'm saying is, he also said
You know,
when we go
hold
that
on,
far,
hold on.
they got mountains,
Hold on,
they got
hold
all
on,
this
hold-
stuff
hold-
they
hold
got
on,
to
hold
fly
on.
through.
Here's an interesting thing.
Mhm.
We talked about this. We weren't on the show, and I'm going to bring this up.
I'll be right
I'm going to go with Dennis Sapin.
Right.
We were at his house. He speaks French. He's Belgian. He
Right.
speaks French. So we had the translator, and we're talking, and he brings out results. I'm going to be honest with you. I ain't never seen results like this. I hadn't seen nobody show me results. And you want to know why he showed me the results? Because, boy, I took the first 25 here. I took the first 50 here. I took the first 40 there. I took the this. That sounds real nice, eh? But when you get a stack from the last 2 years like this, and then he says, well, do you want me to go and get you the next 10 years? It would be literally unbelievable. But he said something. He's one of the best flyers. Sprinter. He said, I have a neighbor. He's an older gentleman. He's sick. He's not well. He asked me to fly his pigeons. And he said, I gave him a corner of my loft. I took the pigeons and I said, I'm going to fly them the way I fly them. Now remember, he's been flying his own family for quite a few years with super results. He took the man's birds in to help him, being a good person. He said to us, he took us there, you remember. Mm-hmm. He said, the man gave me 60 babies. He said, I had almost nothing to go to the first race. They couldn't fly my system. They couldn't keep up with my birds. He said, I don't know how this guy flies with these pigeons. And he said, I flew against them week in and week out, and I beat him. But he gave me these pigeons and said, could you help me and fly them for me?
Fly them his way.
You want to know what? Can't take chicken shit and turn it into chicken salad.
You can't make a donkey into a racehorse.
And this is the thing. I can give somebody a pigeon out of my best, and it might not work. It might be garbage. It might be very well garbage. That's not giving somebody your whole loft. But this guy was a super flyer, Dennis Sapin. He took the whole man's loft. He couldn't get it to work. And you know what he said to me? What does that tell you, Ryan? Boy, you don't want to get birds from him.
He's a very hard cultivator.
He is.
And right.
The
pigeon has to win, not in a club. In a club, yes, but it has to win always the first in the hole. In other words, if he gets 20 on a drop, they all come on one drop. He doesn't call that a win.
For them all.
First pigeon coming in that hole. That bird's not in that hole every single time. And the whole group can smash the whole club 1 to 20 positions.
It's
the
first,
whole group.
It's first. And he narrows it down to the finish line.
Yeah. If I can just interject here, I think perhaps maybe that's what buyers don't understand. when they see pigeons from Emile Denis or Xavier Verstrata or any of the top European flyers over there. I don't understand. It's just a pigeon. Like, that's a ripoff. Why did it go for $1,500? There's a whole lot of competition there. It's a very strict selection process that these breeders do to get to the level that they're at. You pay for that. You pay for the experience. You pay for the knowledge. You pay for that selection process. People say,
Well,
well, that's crazy. $1,000 for a pigeon? You're paying for the experience of the breeder. Maybe not necessarily the pigeon, but the experience that the breeder brings with that pigeon, the selection process, the competition, everything that breeder's gone through over the last 10 years. Do you know what I'm saying?
But the result, what you're buying, is quality and years of cultivating.
That's what I'm
And
saying.
yeah, $1,000 for a pigeon is peanuts.
It was so amazing.
You can buy.
No,
you can buy,
you wanna know what?
You can go to Europe and buy $100 pigeons.
The man himself, Dennis Sapin, he took us into the most beautiful loft you ever seen. And he said, this is where my second-rate pigeons fly. And he pointed over there and he said, there's the old shack. Like the Twisted Sister. He says, only the supers race out of there. I said, well, why? He says, there's just a little more sun and a little more heat in that loft. He says, I never take my supers out of that loft. He's superstitious. He had a loft that was the Cadillac of lofts. But his supers always raced in the old loft. It was his own. You see, you're paying for that. You're paying for the man studying the pigeons right down to where the sun hits the loft.
Yeah.
And you want to know what level that is? That's a level that all of us here are watching. We ain't never going to get to.
And that's why, if I can interject, I get very insulted when I see people post on Facebook that they're in a certain hotspot area where they get a lot of lost pigeons that can't find their way, and then they say, who needs auctions when I live in this spot and the town gives them to me? How insulting is that? Not to me. I don't care about, you want to insult me, go right ahead. But how insulting that is to the breeders that we auction, or anybody auctions, that put the time in to cultivate a family.
Totally. And I talk to people that say, you know what? I lost a pair of pigeons. A weasel got in and killed them, and I paid big money for them. Say, well, how much did you pay? I paid $70, $35 a piece. I paid big money. Other guys say, why would I buy auction birds from Europe for $1,000, $1,500, $2,000, $5,000, $20,000, $10,000? What are you guys, cuckoo in the head? I can go to a dealer, right? Bill Fletcher, and he lets me walk in, and I pick any pigeon for $10. Like, come on, my friend.
And this is the thing. We've thought about taking people to Europe on a tour, to these lofts. Well, I'm going to tell you, and Leah, we've talked about it.
We have.
The thing that scares me is I got the biggest mouth you ever seen.
Mouth of the South, apparently.
Right, mouth of the South. They call me mouth of the South now in the U.S. But when I go, I know my place in line. And I handle, and I feel, and I ask pigeon questions. But I've seen guys come here, and I watch them rifle through birds and this and this and this and this and this. And I say, boy, I don't want to take that guy to Belgium. I don't want to take that guy here. I'm scared to. I'm scared to because when I get into the room,
quote unquote, top flyers here.
Yeah, and I know when I take you into the room and you ask this guy that question, he's going to take you and he's going to look at me and pull me aside and say, do me a favor. Don't bring this fucking joker here again.
I know exactly what you say.
And it is what it is.
I've seen guys going through auction birds here. There's 20 birds, and they go through them in about 3 minutes. They're whipping wings and turn them over and whipping wings. If you go to these top flyers in Europe, they come and tap on your shoulder and say, I have a dentist appointment in 2 minutes.
You got to go.
I'm sorry, but you must go. And you go and talk to these guys in Europe. They talk. It's almost like an interview. They never met you before. They talk to you for about 10, 15 minutes, and they see what's in your brain, how you are, how disciplined you are.
And always remember, when you go there, they are judging you quick. They're giving you what we call the 3-second rule in pigeons.
Especially when you say you're from Canada.
Yeah. Oh, they watch you handle pigeons. They watch this. They watch that. And we're getting off the subject of what we were talking about.
We are getting off the topic, but I'm just saying. I hear it time and time again. Well, I'm a pensioner. I'm retired. I'm on limited income. I get that. I respect that. I appreciate that. I get it. We're not all in the same financial bracket. I understand. But please don't disrespect people.
That's right.
People, men and women who have dedicated their entire lives into improving their team and the sport and cultivating. Please don't do that because it's extremely ignorant.
It was, we went to, I think it was San Diego or somewhere where they had that big auction there.
Oh, the expo, the pigeon
Where was that? In
the joke one, the iPigeon Gala.
iPigeon Gala. And they had, Joe Herbots was there.
Yep.
Very high, reputable pigeon flyer. Pigeon man.
Yeah, one of the top in the world.
Top in the world. And
he didn't know him.
I really didn't know him from Adam.
He didn't know he was standing beside him until I told him.
No, right.
After.
Okay. Thank you. So anyways, we were handling birds, and the birds came all the way up from somewhere near Mexico, right?
No, they drove 2 hours.
2 hours across the desert. The guy packed them into crates, shipping crates, combine crates that'll hold 50 is packed. 40 is comfortable, 35 is really nice. But he packed in about, 60 birds in a crate, drove 2 hours or so across the desert, went in there.
These were the birds we quarantined.
We quarantined about a month ago. Well, anyway, so I was in there, and they had all these birds on display, and I was handling the birds, and you could just feel they were run down. The feathers were dry. It was terrible. And this fellow beside me, so I looked at him and I said, "Gosh, this is terrible." I said, "These feel terrible. This is an auction, and I'm handling birds." And I said, "This is terrible. Take a look at this. Feel that." To him, he didn't know who I was. He said, "Oh," he goes to me, "I can see you're a pigeon man." So I got an interview from a top-notch flyer without even knowing it.
Right. And I will be honest.
And I'll say if you're not that kind of man with these people.
And I will be honest.
Right.
We quarantined all the European birds. We quarantined the birds from the UK, from what's the guy with the gabbies, Leah? Mark Evans. He was there.
Uh-huh.
The Herbots birds. We had quarantined all the birds that went to this sale. And we sent them. And that's at the time I worked for Frank McLaughlin. Mm-hmm. Okay?
Well, another
rip
snake.
Offer.
Right. Okay.
Another fucking snake.
Right, okay.
Yeah. Well, hey, wait. Hold on. Listen. He's a fucking snake. I can say it. So don't cut me off on that one.
Okay.
Fucking snake. 3 times. Anyways. We sent the birds to old Frankie boy. Never to get paid. That's okay. He sent them to the guy down in New Mexico, wherever the hell they went. And we had our own bird in there because we were asked to put a bird in. Out of Miss San Diego. Mm-hmm. We went down to that auction. The birds were with the guy for a month. When we sent the birds were poof. Our own bird was in with that group. I went to the auction. I bought my own bird back. I brought the bird back. Within a week it died. But we handled those birds. And you and me both said, what the fuck did these pigeon men do in a month with what we gave them? We gave them gold. Set them up on a platter. And you want to know what they did? They did what Joe Herbot said. This is a big pile of shit. To feed them, you know what? The best of this, the best of that. You know what? You didn't feed them. You know what you did? You fed them one day, skipped them 3. Fed them one day, skipped them 3. You took them and rolled them into the ground. And you know what was great? Joe Herbots was no fucking dummy that day, was he?
And if I can interject,
pigeons.
that's why before Feathers Elite came into effect, the Europeans were very sketchy about sending their best to auction in North America. Not because of the prices, but because of how the birds were handled before they came to auction. And how the buyers received the birds, because it was garbage.
Right. Ask Ulrich Lemons. He's been to how many auctions in the U.S.? He said every time he handled the birds were crap. The birds are crap. The birds are crap. He came to ours in Canada. What did he say? First time ever. The birds feel like a racing pigeon man had them. They felt like weapons. Thank you.
And Ulrich Lemons is not our most favorite person in the world, so.
No, but you want to know what? I don't have to like everybody, but you want to know one thing I like about Ulrich Lemons? He fucking said it as it was. We were at the Long Island show. Birds were crap. They were Ulrich Lemons birds are there. The guys didn't take care of them. I don't know. I see guys bring birds over to put them in training. I can't believe the birds even come home. They're in that poor condition. And then you know what they tell me? They're feeding the best feed. The problem is, you don't have pigeon fingers.
Is it? Or is it that people just their minds aren't open to learning?
Well, no. I had a gentleman, his bird came back yesterday. The bird came back yesterday. Do you know what he asked me? Are you going to send it tomorrow to the short? You think you can make it? You think you can make it in the sprint series? Hey, by the way, guess what? We're not in third world no more, eh?
Even I know that.
Third world.
And I'm new. Even I know that, and I'm new.
This wasn't a 15-year-old. This was a 50-year-old man.
I know exactly what you're saying, and I had a situation today where a new flyer, right? I was putting the birds in the basket for training, and I said, "This is a half brother to so and so," and I said to him, "Would you handle it?"
You want to know what he did? You want to know what he did? And I'll tell you before I can guarantee you, right? You're a good pigeon man. You're a great pigeon man. Right? When a great pigeon man and you're a lower grade, and he offers you to handle that pigeon, you handle it. You want to know what that man told you? He petted it on the top of the back in your hand. You know what he said? I can tell it's a real nice one. No. I don't want to handle it.
So soon I see that, I said, "Here, would you like to handle this pigeon?" And he said, "No." And I said, "Here, handle it." He said, "No." Right there,
you're out.
You always have to listen to a better guitar player than you. Otherwise, you will never play
the guitar.
You know what I'm saying?
And those are moments, right?
Yeah.
That's why when I walked into Emil Denny's, whatever he wanted to bring me pigeons for 12 hours, I'm handling 12 hours of pigeons.
Yeah.
Dennis Sapin, you don't stop the interview, you don't stop the music. You keep feeling, you keep feeling, you keep feeling.
But
you keep learning.
But the odd time these fellas, they'll give you a handle a bird. It's 15 birds. And then all of a sudden you'll get some bird that's crap in the hands. Or something about it. You're going to wonder, well, why does he have this bird? But you better tell him
what you don't like quick.
The pigeon fingers. If you have the pigeon fingers, you better tell him, "Oh, this one's not as nice as those other 15. This one's a bit deep. This one's short in the back. This one's whatever you feel." And make sure you tell them the right stuff.
Yeah, don't bullshit them.
Don't make up some stories, right? You tell him, and when you tell him that stuff, he's going to smile. And he's going to look at you and say, "Yes, Yes, you're right.
And you'll know. And
Yeah.
another thing,
Yeah.
whatever you ever do, never insult any colored pigeons. Never.
Never
do that one.
I know.
Never.
I know that one time we went to Xavier, and he was handling birds and showing us this and that, and then he handed that hen with the horns, and he said, "Here, what do you think of this hen?" And
I already told him this story.
Yeah, right. And I said, "Oh, very nice hen." And I said, "Oh, she's got nice horns on her."
And he smiled.
And he smiled at me, and he said, "Ah."
Yeah, that's right. That was true. That's true. That was true.
Yeah,
we
right.
seen her in the section. She looked like a million.
Handles this hen to you, and if you don't know anything about pigeons, you don't see the horns. You can't see it. Do you understand what I'm saying?
And I'll tell you, it gets to the point where you're looking, and if it's a young hen, you're looking to see if she's got them. She's going to get them. Like you get into these. It's something you have to go through and do, and you have to spend, I'll say, the time and the money and the investment and the care to do it. To go to the Olympiads, to go to these lofts, to drive the distance, to go the miles, to ask the guy, will you let me in? And you know what? If you're a real fucking shithead, they don't let you in.
They don't.
But it's funny. Here I'm Ryan and nobody likes me. Take me down there, I'm accepted.
100%. That's the weird part about this. Everybody here can't stand you and think you don't know what you're talking about, you're full of shit, and you're just... You go to Europe, I've not had one breeder reject you, say, why did you send me this guy? Why? Not once.
Nope. Well, but it is what it is. And because, you know what? They say you can't bullshit a bullshitter, can you? You can't bullshit a pigeon man. A real pigeon man, you ain't going to bullshit him.
No.
And you know what? I may not be good at everything, but I know my way around a pigeon loft just a little bit. Thanks to you. Without you, I wouldn't know what I know. But we go and you know, it is what it is.
Wow, we've been on a long time. Longer than I thought we were going to be.
It's 11.
It's 11. It's past everybody's bedtime. We want to remind everybody that tomorrow at the Pioneer Club, we do have a meeting.
I'm not doing the meeting. Do we have to?
Yeah, we do. At 7 tomorrow, we do have a meeting at the Pioneer Club for all you regular Pioneer members. Or if you just want to come and check out and see what a Pigeon Club meeting is all about, you're more than welcome to do so. Are we going to broadcast this on Facebook or not tomorrow?
We can try. I mean, I always like to. You always like to keep people in the loop and keep the music going. We can try that. Maybe we'll try it if you want. You're coming, so what the hell? Let's keep the music going.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll see how the day goes.
We'll see how the day goes. Pick birds in effect, by the way, for first race of the season. Huntsville, FIPA.ca, FeathersLeapPigeonAuctions.com. $25 per share.
No more questions?
No, I think everyone's gone to bed.
We just did that whole thing.
Talk to yourself.
We literally were on for 3 hours. I thought this was going to be like a short show, like I'm tired, it's been a long day, and meanwhile, 3 hours later, now I'm turning into an absolute pigeon freakazoid like the rest of you.
Anyway,
have a good night.
Sorry about Karen.
David says, I think you should broadcast the meeting. I don't care. We can broadcast a meeting if you guys want to be part of it and want to see what goes on at a meeting. What about shipping nights? Are you guys interested in watching us ship? If that's something you want to do, I can absolutely hook you up. Dan Gregoric, nice to see you on, friend. He says, I'm still watching at work. Keep going. Thank you. You know, we're trying. I don't know. A lot of times we just like talk off the top. This is just literally like how the three of us would talk at the Christmas dinner table, to my mother's chagrin.
Yeah, this is literally all we do. I mean, literally, you could put if if the phones and the things didn't have a battery life, we could literally go all day back and forth and back and forth and back. And this is what we do.
It's life consuming. It has consumed all of our lives, the three of us, as well as my mother. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. The fact that I'm even doing this is a little bit nuts. Sherry says yes, she would like also to
Good.
watch tomorrow's meeting. That's fine. I have no problem with it. Tony, I was working and listening too. Oh, Tony, you work as much as we do.
Tony, Bracebridge, Wednesday. Are you coming, Tony? Are you going to come to the meeting tomorrow? Let's go now. Let's pick it up.
So the plan for us pioneers this week is going to be tomorrow rest day, or are we going to rock, or what are we doing?
Tomorrow, I think we're going to be super busy. We got a quarantine inspection in the morning.
Oh, that's right.
We have a we got to just tidy up a bit for the meeting. I think tomorrow.
So I think for the pioneers tomorrow, we're going to have a break tomorrow for the pioneers.
Yeah. Let them off. Give them a day off. They went 4 or 5 days in a row. Give them a day off tomorrow.
Right. They did fantastic. We're going to give the pioneers a break tomorrow, as well as Loft Manager Richard's birds. On the schedule for Pioneer Pigeon TV, if you guys want to see the meeting, we will broadcast the meeting, no problem. I'm not sure what time. It depends what time everybody gets there. They're supposed to be there at 7. So it's going to be anywhere between 7 and like 9 tomorrow night. We will broadcast our Pioneer Club meeting. Wednesday, we're going to, weather permitting, be back in Bracebridge, right? For our final sprint of the season.
And graduation, but yes.
Oh, and graduation, correct. So money on the line again on Wednesday. Thursday is going to be a break day, or are we going to go to the Rock Thursday?
I want to see how Wednesday's gonna unfold.
Sure. So if they do well Wednesday, are you planning? Would you like to do another short trainer on Thursday, or leave them?
I'm gonna have to again see. I want to have the feel of them. I want to handle them. I want to see how they act. Maybe if I do anything on Thursday, it will be to the Rock. That will be it. If not, if I don't go to the Rock, it's going to be stay in the loft until Saturday, until shipping on Friday.
Until shipping on Friday. Steven says that he would also love to see the meeting tomorrow. Okay, if you guys want to see it, we've got no problem making that happen. So just stay close to your devices between 7 p.m. tomorrow and 9 p.m. tomorrow. I don't know what time we'll be live, but if you all want to see the club meeting, we're happy to do that. We want you guys to feel part of our environment, our family, our village.
Well, you are part of it. You are.
And
if you're on here, you're a part of it. You are.
You're part of it.
So don't think you're not.
You are part of it. So if you want to be part of it, no problem. We'll broadcast the meeting tomorrow. Shipping night. Shipping night. Is that something you guys would like to see? Would you guys like to watch us during shipping on Friday night? We could do that as well.
Well, we will always broadcast the Pioneer birds going in.
Oh, basketing, obviously.
Basketing. The Pioneer birds will always be videoed going in. And maybe we'll pick a part where we feel that the most people are going to be there for shipping, and we will get that going, maybe for half hour, an hour, whatever. We'll have a couple cameras set up and go from there.
So if you're a Pioneer Club member, we are probably going to broadcast shipping nights on Friday nights. Be prepared for that. Get your hair done, get your makeup done. It's going to happen. We want people to be involved, right?
Well, sure. You wait. The people online want to see it, so we're going to bring it to you because this is what we got to do. Right. And you people watching, you want us to bring it. What I need you to do is bring more people like you. Bring more. Bring more. Invite more people who like pigeons, don't like pigeons. Invite.
I have to give a thumbs up to Mike Sheridan, who's probably in bed sleeping right now. However, he got involved. I'm not sure if you guys know Mike Sheridan. His father was a super flyer in our area. Unfortunately, he passed away several years ago. Ryan and I remember Mike Sheridan as small children when we used to go to the club with our dad. Now he has joined, and he's part of the Pioneer family. He's got birds in the Pickbirds, Sprint. He upgraded juniors, and now he brought his friend, Scott Hall, into the whole fam jam, who upgraded first junior, by the way.
Unbelievable.
So
Just
this is
rolling
how
like a
this
freight
grows.
train.
This is how this grows, right?
Yep.
Share to your friends, share to your club members, share to your family. You never know who might get the pigeon bug. You never know.
And remember, with Pioneer, you don't have to own any pigeons to be a part of it.
Mm-mm.
Mike Sheridan says, I'll never have pigeons again, but I will fly every year in your race. I'll fly Pickbirds, I'll fly Sprint Series, I'll fly this way, that way. I will be participating.
And this is why when Ryan and I developed this race, we developed it with the thought of allowing people who are not able to raise, breed, and cultivate a team of their own to get involved and get excited about the sport. That was our objective. And that's it, I think.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, Dad.
There you go.
If I would only had a camera on you licking that plate.
It's good. It's real life.
Please do not call me before 9 a.m. tomorrow. Thanks. All right. Great show.
Have a good night.
It's not over yet. Great show, guys. Remember, pick birds for the first race of the season, Huntsville. Exciting times. I'm excited to see how they're all going to do against everybody else. Will be this Saturday, the race. Pick birds available up until Friday night. Please take your pick. FIPA.ca, feathersleeppigeonauctions.com. $25 per share. Get involved. It's fun. Get your family involved. It's fun. Right? We're having fun, aren't we?
You having fun yet, as they say? And by the way,
God.
Ricky, scoreboard this weekend. 1-0 for me. And you know what? It's okay. It's okay. You know what? You're gonna learn now.
You gotta have losers to make winners.
And by the way,
it's no good flying by yourself. So that's why I'm here.
But this season, with what I got left, I'm dedicating this season to you.
You're the best, Randy.
Randy, call me Randy. Randy295. Leah, great show.
You know what? We're having fun. Ups, lows, highs, downs, train wreck, off the rails. You're going to see it all. This is reality. This is a family trying to run this the best way we know how.
And you want to know the best part about this? As I'm going to wrap this up, Leah, she asked me this evening, she goes, Ryan, I want something spectacular, really to give me a real feel.
Oh, well.
I said, well, this year at Pioneer, you're going to get that.
Well, you really showed me. You showed me better than any advertising I could ever do. You showed me the ride of my life here this season. We want to thank you guys so much for your support, your questions, your comments, even your complaints. We do appreciate them. That makes us know that you're watching, you're paying attention, and you're paying attention to the birds, which is the most important thing in all of this. It's not about Ryan. It's not about Richard. It's not about myself. It's not about you guys. It's about these incredible winged athletes that we've taken from nothing, little babies, and made them into something. And thanks for joining us on our journey.
All right.
That's it for me from the control center.
That's Richard. Right. That's Leah. And
have a good night.
Don't come for me. Thanks for flying with us. Ricky's got to go to bed. He's got the salad dressing.
I got to go to bed.
Thanks for flying. Bye. Bye for now.
See you tomorrow.